All right, everyone. We're live. Hey.
Live from the taint.
Live from the taint.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So we had a little bit. We hope our internet doesn't buffer too much. For some reason, our modem is giving us error codes up there.
2 error codes in a row.
And for the first time ever, I didn't panic.
That's surprising.
That surprised me too. I didn't have a freak out. So I was like, okay, maybe it's meant to be.
All right, everybody. This week we got Mr. Davis Deadlyhere. So, how many games you got?
I got more than 10, but they're kind of arranged like error throughout my life. And there's specific games that really hit hard and have fond memories of within each era. Nice. And then you'll see, like, as I go on, though, I start losing physical copies because I download everything now.
Yeah.
I get that.
Kind of sucks.
But you know what? Some of those games are so damn expensive.
Oh, there are some.
Mm-hmm.
It's and then space is always an issue too.
Yeah.
Finding space. Like, I just don't know at what point we max out. I keep saying that.
I'm still
keep buying more games.
Super lazy. Like, I just have a Costco table that I have like probably like $5,000 on right now.
Wow.
And I want to go like change it out and make my own like wood table, but wood's really expensive now. And
yeah.
And then I want to do game setups like you guys have where you can see the front of them, because I'm not looking for like complete collections, but the ones I have, the ones I love, I want to face forward like you guys.
Display them. Yeah. Speaking of the cost of wood, a friend of mine, posted on Facebook today. She had wood stolen from underneath her deck.
What?
Somebody came and stole the wood from underneath her deck. It was to finish the rest of her deck, and they took it. They took it while she was gone. I was like, what the hell? It's crazy.
I guess plywood's more expensive than like just plain wood.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, I guess, in high demand because the factory shut down.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, what, $100 a sheet?
Oh, it's just
about that. Yeah.
Ridiculous now.
Because we wanted to build a arcade stand, not an arcade stand.
Steel Battalion.
Steel Battalion. Yeah. Can't do it because it just can't justify it.
I think somebody just mentioned it at work. It was like $84 a sheet here in the States.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, so convert it up into Canadian dollars and you're up over 100.
Exactly. We got a couple people in the chat saying hi. We have Billy Bandit. Hey, Billy.
What's up, Billy?
We got Loco.
Hey, Loco.
I always want to say Motive. I'm a wingnut. Cinderelli. I'm finally on time for live. Hey, how's it going? Grinaldino plays. Hey, Retro Rivals and Davis Deadlyhere, and hello to all. And Retro Mikey. Hey, Retro Mikey.
How you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, how you feeling? Dan Bunch of Numbers.
Sup? Dan Bunch
and
of Numbers. Scepter.
Yeah, we just call him Dan Bunch of Numbers. Scepter. Wood is more expensive than cocaine. Probably.
Yeah.
Does that mean? Now I'm gonna get dirty here. Does that mean the male prostitutes charge more? Too early. All right.
So,
all right, what are we drinking, people?
Do your questions. You usually have your questions.
All right, what are we drinking, and what are we playing? I'm drinking a homemade stout. Jen's got her juice.
Radler.
I got my Captain Morgan and Snapple lemon tea.
Ooh,
I don't know why.
Good.
It's just like chill drink for me. I don't know. Like
it sounds
mix
like
it up
a really
once in a while.
good summer, like sitting by the river type of drink. Like, I think that would be really good.
It's like ghetto Long Island iced tea.
There you go. I remember we used to buy that when we were like 17, 18 years old, because I think it was the cheapest.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? You weren't legal?
We didn't drink it. We just bought it. Just to say we had it.
You can't even buy it.
Shut up.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
All right. What are we playing, Jen?
Scott and I are playing Halo 2.
And me and Alex are playing Gears of War 2. And I'm playing God of War on the PS4. So God of War 4, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, because of the community post there. And everybody voted. God of War won by a landslide.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And you a-holes, I don't really mean that. But I was like, Horizon Zero Dawn will win hands down. It'll be no problem. I won't have to play Resident Evil 2 Remake, so I'll throw it in there. I want to play it eventually, but it scares me. And then that one won.
I'm jealous. I'd rather play that.
Yeah, so I have to play that. But it was such a small margin. Like, I think it was 40% on that and 39 on Horizon Zero Dawn that I'm going to play them back to back. I'll play Resident Evil 2 Remake this month and Horizon Zero Dawn next month.
Davis, you playing anything new?
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That game is awesome. And then
that looks good.
If you guys watch anything on my channel, I loved Doom Eternal. It was my what year did it come out? 2019, 2018, whatever it was. It was my game of the year for that year, and it just got ray tracing 120 support for the PS5, and it looks sick. And like I don't know if you guys watched the Digital Foundry stuff when they were like breaking down a game and like how it's performing per console, per PC.
No.
id Tech for Doom Eternal is just like top shelf. Like a bunch of games have come out 120 hertz on the new consoles, but they're almost hitting it. They like drop a lot. This is solid 120 frames a second on console. It's like unbelievable. And then the ray tracing looks fantastic.
So that obviously helps too, though, if you have a TV or a monitor that will run that, right?
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, because I think our big TV here does it.
Yeah. Big TV here around 120. Okay. But my old TV was only 60 hertz. And then when you get into a fast-paced game there, you've seen it.
Well, we would play Rock Band and noticed some...
It would start chopping.
It would chop a little bit, so...
You get 4 people playing.
Like I literally picked up the LG CX just for this gen because it's like my LG monitor, the gaming monitor has like variable refresh rate, so you won't see that tearing and the chopping and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
But the Sony just like sitting on their high horse. We're not going to fix things until we're ready. They don't have variable refresh rate like this Series X and S has.
Yeah. Do you have both?
I had a Series X, but a buddy of mine, because they both came like literally 2 days apart.
Same with us.
And my wife was like, "You really need both right now?" And I was like, "No," because I could play anything on my PC, and I have an Xbox One X. And my buddy's like, "I'll give you $900 for it," because he wants one for his kid for Christmas. I was like, "Sold." So I got like my content out of it. I unboxed it and went through the specs. One of my highest videos is optical cable, no problem. And that was with the Series X because there's no optical cables on these things. And I literally just got these SteelSeries Arctis Pro now because I feel going in the future, all these headsets are going to be a dongle and you're not going to have all like this has optical PC port, it has our USB, and then it has aux in and out. It has everything you could possibly want in it. And I feel like going forward, that's what they're going to skimp on. It's just going to be a dongle.
Just going to be a dongle. Yeah. That makes sense. I can see that happening.
All right. Before we get too far into this there, Davis, you got to tell everybody what your channel is about so they can go check you out. And while you're doing that, everybody in the comments, let us know what you guys are playing and what you're drinking, if you're drinking. All
right. But so my channel is, it's all about all gaming, but I am a PlayStation fanboy for the most part. 90% of my gaming's on PlayStation. I love the Nintendo classics. You can see my Zelda shrine back there.
Yeah.
I love all those things. And then my channel really blew up because I'm a super nerd and I went through my music career when I was a kid. I really know how to route and wire everything up. So I converted that into gaming setups for PC, for streaming, for PlayStation. Like I said, that optical port, no problem. I figured out multiple ways on how to still use your old headsets with the current gen, and I made videos on that. So and then the next video is going to be on the SteelSeries, how to get. So right now I have it wired up so everything works on it, even though it's the PS4 Pro or even though it's a PS4 model. My Switch, my Xbox, my PC, phone, everything is wired into one wireless headset. Because the way I have everything set up down here too is like my gaming PC's over here, so I didn't want wires anymore.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And ever since everything went wireless, who the hell wants a wire for anything now? Like if you can get away with it, right? I mean, we're connected.
So then I stream from time to time because that was my original intention was to be a streaming channel or on Twitch.
Yeah,
and that's super hard to break into. That's why everybody's leaving Twitch. And then even
you have to be on so often too.
Yeah,
like,
that's
all the time.
That's usually everybody's like, oh, if you want to make it, stream nonstop. Eventually, you'll get discovered, which really you won't, because people are going to scroll down to the bottom.
Yeah,
like let's find a new channel.
And do you even own a hot tub?
No, I don't. Like I should get one, and then and then from the taint will take on a real meaning.
Exactly.
So the whole thing was it was going to be like as professional as I could possibly get to stream the look, and still with that, it's I don't know, it's like very hit or miss. Like making it big on Twitch.
Yeah, it's like a drop of water in an ocean. You know, it's like it's so big. There's so many people.
It is. I don't know how. Like I couldn't commit to streaming that much, and I don't know if I could have that much energy that I see some of them have for that amount of time. Like I think I'd have to take an Advil and a nap afterwards. Like I can't do that every day.
And then everybody's jumping ship from Twitch to stream on YouTube.
Yep.
But I
YouTube
feel
doesn't like you streaming on.
It doesn't, like, unless you're even big streamers or content creators still have a second channel. Like Richard Review Tech is opening up a new channel. So I am thinking about making just a streaming
only channel.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's gonna be DD Streams. And I kind of want to have you and Andy Pac-Man Case and Adam on, you guys on for the opening of DD Streams.
That would be fun.
That'd be awesome.
We gotta figure out to play. I've been wanting to play because it seems it's gonna be easiest unless internet is gonna be fussy. Is playing some Switch online games.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
we finally invested in more Switch controllers and we're loving them.
Yeah,
because for the longest time we didn't have.
I was just using an 8-bit controller for my Switch because I can't use those little Joy-Con things. I hate those.
No, things. Yeah, they're
and then
garbage.
Me and my son share the Switch, and every Joy-Con we have has stick drift.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then, what do you guys think about? Have you heard about the OLED Switch?
Yes, I did.
I honestly don't see why you would go and get it though, but I don't really know. I don't follow that kind of tech that much.
Did you watch Speedy's? Did you watch Speedy's reaction?
No.
It was more of a satirical reaction. Like it was super funny. I loved it. I always call him Speedy, but that's what I know him by on YouTube. And Retro Wolf led me to his channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, gamer?
You know who I'm. Speedy Useless Gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. So literally, the OLED Switch is for people that don't have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not for me because I play it 90% of the time docked because, like Scott said, those Joy-Cons are garbage.
Exactly. Yeah. We have a few comments in the chat. Marcus Bolt, who is in Moncton, is drinking Taste the Rainbow. And we almost got one. We went there on Friday and we almost got a big can, but they had filled the fridge just before we were leaving. And we're like, we'll get one another time. Billy Bandits, Halo 2 is such a great campaign, and 3 was king of MP for years. Are you guys excited for Halo Infinite? I can't wait for Halo anything.
Yeah.
Big time.
I can't wait for Scott to react to the puzzles on God of War. LOL. I bloody hate puzzles.
Full disclosure, I started playing this game about a year and a half ago. And I played, I don't know, I can't remember was it 9 different realms on the tree of whatever it's called? You know how Thor has that mythology? Anyway, I played through one whole world, and I was so irritated by trying to get into the chest because I had to cut vines. It was a constant puzzle to cut. And I just finished Spider-Man before that and just had a blast. Like, it was an amazing game. And then got into this game and I found it was slow and I was just getting pissed off. Now I'm into Midgard, which is, I think it's Earth. And there's dragons and stuff like that. So I got to fight a dragon. It was pretty cool. But then it's getting slow again there. But I'm trying to push through.
I remember asking Scott, what's the whole premise of the game? And you're like, you got to spread ashes the wife's ashes from the highest point. I'm like, bitch is dead. She won't care. Just go on the roof. Like, just go, and you're done. Like,
well,
she won't go.
You're taking the son, your son. You're taking the ashes.
Well,
this is his mother, too.
Then you just tell him, be like, listen, bud, this is going to be a really long
Anybody
trip.
else just,
do you want to, like,
starting to get irritated with him? Just, boy. It's just constantly,
I want to know
get over here, boy.
If anybody knows how old Kratos is, because I have a feeling like fan nerding out of the lore of God of War.
God of War, yeah.
I think he's really old because, like you're saying, like why would he do this hard big trip? But if you're immortal and you're living a long ass time,
yeah, you're like, well,
what does this little trip matter to him?
That's true.
Got to do something.
Yeah, gotta fill time somehow.
Yeah.
Retro Mikey saying Doom Eternal came in 2020.
Yeah.
I still haven't played it.
No.
So good. So are you playing God of War on the PS5, Scott? Then with the upgrades?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I wait?
No.
What do we have it on?
No, you can't.
Shut up. You just told me no, and I didn't even ask. Nothing like getting lag when jamming to The Hand That Feeds by 9 Inch Nails and Rock Band. For us, it was Megadeth,
Devil's
Island. Yeah. Every time I'm like, let's play Devil's Island.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Taintacular. Hashtag Taintacular. Playing Resident Evil 6 co-op with my buddy. Oh, nice. Johnny Case.
See, you know what? I loved Resident Evil 6 co-op.
Really?
Co-op. I loved it, but I played with I
think that's the only
friends
reason why.
Dennis and Mitch. We just kept handing the controller back and forth, and the guy sitting back, we drinking a beer, or if we had to go out for a smoke or whatever, and we switch in and out often.
That does sound fun. I see why you guys had fun with it, but I forced my way through it, and then I bought it again. And I was like trying to get my wife to play it, and we just never got around to it. But the
I'm gonna get Jen to
5.
Play.
Oh yeah,
Resident Evil 5 was fun co-op too.
Yeah, I like 5 and I like 6. I like 6 a little bit more, but I enjoyed both of them. But people, I think they have a real hate for 5 and 6, and I guess 5 is like really bad because your AI, your partner, they're just
if you're playing by yourself.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You're playing with the handicap there because they keep using up your ammo, I guess.
Yeah.
Old ass retro gamer. I tain't telling you guys nothing. I love that you guys keep going with the taint joke. That's awesome.
After the last live stream, how many people sat there for days later and just thought of video game names with taint?
Oh, your kids won that, by the way. And Samantha. Samantha and your kids had the best taint ones. They were awesome. What was Samantha's again?
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember I laughed pretty hard for a couple of them.
Yeah. I remember those were the ones.
I started going through the generations. I'm like, Super Nintendo was Taint Bound and Chrono Taint. So you just start going through them there.
If you wanted me to dive into my first game, that's a good taint one.
Oh, is it? Yes, do it.
All right, so my first game is Taintroids. Asteroids on the Atari 2600. I was little when that came out. My cousins had it, and I remember they're like, "This game sucks. You can't even you just keep moving." And I was like, "I'm like 3-4 years younger than them." I was like, "No, you just turn around and start pushing the other way, and it'll stop." And they're like, calling me like dumb and stuff. And then I remember my aunt and my mom thought like I was like a little genius for figuring that out. But my first shooter, this is like the first shooter I've ever played. Asteroids, nice. Classic. I wish I have the
23rd time that we've seen an Atari game on here.
Yes,
I am a basic bitch, so you're gonna see as I go through the generations, it's like tentpole titles. So
nice.
I keep meaning to play more of our Atari, and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm so in the mind frame of making this list for 2021 of games I beat in 2021, because we did it last year too, that you can't really beat an Atari game.
There's some that you can. There's an ending to them.
Yeah, you just play until you're like, oh, cool, high score. And then you move on with your day. So I don't know if I'm have to set a high score.
To be quite honest, they're like you're a couple years younger than me, so You probably.
I played a lot of Atari though, because Mom and Dad were really into Atari.
Yeah.
They gamed a lot.
Only time I played Atari was when I went to my cousin's.
Yeah, we had one, and Mom and Dad loved it, and we played a lot of Atari, especially Donkey Kong Country Jr.
Destroying the sticks, like where the rubber.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
White knob.
It's not easy to get one now that's in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vanguard on 2600 is the shiz. I haven't tried that one.
Oh, did somebody mention that?
Mm-hmm. Old ass gamer.
I'm like so far behind on the chat. If Modane's in here, he's gonna make me drink, but I'm already drinking. I just finished Terminator Resistance on the PS4. Multiple different endings, so finished it 3 times in a week.
Really?
Wow.
I looked at that and I was interested, but I never grabbed it.
Me too. I'm waiting for a sale on it because, like I said, all these PSN sales, I'll pick it up on there.
Who came up with the nomenclature dongle? It's awful. It is. They could have named it anything else but dongle.
And that sounds like something that's going to hang off your taint.
That's true. Like
my dongle's hanging off my taint.
How come you guys don't allow super chats? I want a SIMP. Okay.
What's SIMP?
Yeah, simp.
I don't know.
We just don't turn it on because
I don't know.
I never people have asked us that before. I'm like, I don't want to turn it on because I don't want to feel.
Are we just old because we don't have it on, or what? There, because
I just don't
Jen
turn it
just
on.
wants the power. She gets to the comments when she wants
the power.
Well, see, I want everybody to feel like their comment's important, so I try to go through as much of them as possible. Or if I haven't gotten to someone, I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I pop this person's up. And I just, as far as super chat goes, I don't think anybody should have to pay to get noticed. Like, I want you all to be part of this, and it just feels weird to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just, it's cool if you use it, but for me, I'm just like,
We've had multiple people ask us.
Yeah.
I thought I had monetization turned off. Excuse me. And I got a couple super chats, so you can still super chat somehow. I think I thought Loco gave me one, and this other guy that pops into my streams, and like I didn't even know it was possible. So the alert pops up. I'm like, what's happening right now?
What the hell is
it's just loud in my ears, and like,
if I could turn it down to like a penny, and then that's what I would do, and then I could enable the super chat.
I don't know. I feel like I'm begging for money or something at that point. I don't understand. I don't know.
Maybe it's because of our age. I don't know.
Yeah, and then the whole idea is so you have to jump to their comment. Then it just totally you got a free form flow. You
Exactly. I just kind of try to get to everyone as much as I can, or like I said, if I haven't popped that person into the screen, I was like, oh, I got to get to them. Marcus Bolt playing Banjo Tooie after recently completing the first one. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. I
just finished Mario and Rabbids debating on my next game. Is that how you pronounce it? Because I never know.
Rabbids.
Okay, that makes more sense. Grinaldino said, been playing Beatles Rock Band and Crash ×3 on the 360. No drinking, got to be up at a decent hour. That's true. It's really, really late there, or early, depending on how you look at it. I'd rather watch streams on YouTube. Yeah, I like watching streams on YouTube too. I'm never on Twitch. We are on Twitch right now for people that are on Twitch, but I don't think anybody watches us on Twitch.
I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know. If you're watching us on Twitch, then let me know.
Yeah. It allows you to stream to 3 different places at once, or 5 maybe.
Facebook too.
So we have it on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Old ass retro gamer playing Monster in my pocket on NES and sipping on some iced tea limeade. Nice. You just got a Switch? Ooh, we need to talk about this more. You're gonna be broke. Switch games never go down in price.
Man, man.
So you just got your Switch though? Are you a little annoyed that if you waited a couple more months, you could have had the nicer OLED bigger screen? And then on the flip side, I'm waiting for Nintendo to be like, all right, here's the Switch Pro now that the semiconductor shortage is better. And then everyone's gonna be like, what the hell? I just bought the goddamn OLED.
Yeah. I can see that happen.
I know. Yeah.
Hey, Pawn Gamer Guy. I assume it's Pawn, or maybe it's just PNW.
I was gonna say PNW. Pawn sounds better.
Yeah. And it's backwards because I'd be saying it backwards. So yeah. I'm blonde. I don't know. That's my only way to go. Let me see. All right. Maybe we should move on to another game because I feel caught up-ish. Oh, who got a Wii U kiosk?
That's his picture. PNW.
Oh, yes. I see that. That's awesome.
It's got to be rare.
Unless he has everything in there. I didn't know Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. Was it? Were they both on the Switch, or the first one was on Wii U?
No, I think it's on Wii U.
And 3DS.
I'm pretty sure it's on Wii U.
Oh, hello! I'm watching. Oh, on Twitch. Oh, there you go. It shows in the corner.
Yeah, it says he's on Twitch.
Oh,
that's cool.
And I didn't realize watching on Twitch.
Oh, that's how we know.
Nice.
The comments at the bottom right.
I see that now. There, yeah. Cool. See, I never really pay attention to that, and now I will. There we go.
That's awesome. Well, if you want to go check out my Twitch channel, I was just on there the other night.
Yes.
I was
absolutely
because I got a GoPro Hero 3. They're like $40, and they're way better than like a Logitech C920 webcam.
Yeah.
And you just need like where'd I put it? Anyway, like a capture card, like the Cam Link or the Razer Ripsaw. And it's way better than a regular webcam for streaming. And $40, find yourself a cheap capture card, and away you go.
That's awesome.
It is, yeah.
So is that how you do all your videos? Is with the webcam, or do you?
Right now, so I have my Canon M200.
Nice.
It's my main one. So like I said, I'm all branched out over here. That's why I wanted the wireless stuff. So now when I have the Stream Deck, so when I switch over to my gameplay, I come over here, I have another camera set up, and it's the GoPro.
Oh, awesome. Nice. That's awesome. It's nice to have two, like, I wish we could have a setup like yours, but we have to take everything out every time we do a video. So all the lights go away, the mic goes away, the camera goes away, and then every time we set up, it's a whole ordeal again.
Yeah, see, this is like
computer screws up.
This is my end of the basement with all my gaming stuff. So even this desk here, I can walk behind it because the rest of the basement goes that way.
Yeah,
so because I'm always rewiring stuff here. Like I have little Velcro ties that like every once in a while I'll like tie all the wires up, but then I'm rearranging stuff so they're just everywhere.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, those are awesome.
But
Modana's in the house. I see you.
Late,
damn, I'm late. Now you drink because you're late, and I caught up on the chat. We're gonna say. Alex. I think it says, "Whoa, someone else is on the Twitch chat." I was making a joke. It's Alex. This is my Twitch account. Just messes with me. I was like, potato. I don't even know, Alex. You'll have to explain it to me later, dear. Oh, thank you, Modan. My painting. Behind.
Oh yeah,
there we go.
Looks great.
I was so happy to have it finished. I like literally did nothing else but work on my painting.
Yeah,
I like your progression of the paintings too, because we try to do. We got paintings from this local paint school shop, whatever you want to call it, and she drew it out. It was Jack Skellington, and I tried to paint it and shade it and do everything as I went. And I like how you do just like the solid colors and then you layer it all up.
Well, you know what? I just started that this time. I did do a little bit with Bowser when I did that one. Yeah. And this one, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this differently because sometimes I get really stressed out making a painting if something's not going the right way. And I think it's because of the paints I'm using and trying to blend at the same time. Now, it would be easier if I was using oil or even better acrylics, but I've started out with like very base, like your lowest acrylics I could possibly, and now that's what I use because I don't know how to use anything else. I've trained myself to use them, and now I'm worried if I move on to something better, am I going to be able to know how to do it
all over again?
Yeah,
like the way you do it is almost like because me and my daughter's surpassed me a lot, but we draw anime a lot.
Yeah.
And that's how you shade in anime, like Dragon Ball Z stuff too, is base layer, then the shading on top of it. So I was like, I don't know where I was going with that painting, but it seems like a smarter approach.
I didn't put my stencil on. I usually do my whole stencil all at once, but then I marked off my edges of my painting so that it would line up perfectly every time, and it was flawless. It actually lined up because my hands get really warm when I paint, and I tend to I know that's usually a lefty thing to put your hand down and usually rub stuff off, but I do it with my right hand too because it gives me more stability when I'm painting. So I was rubbing off my stencil with my hands, and I was like, okay, well, that was pointless to put all that stencil on just to put it on again. So, and I watered down my paint too to do the shading. It helped a lot.
You don't put the scrap paper down where you're doing your anchor point?
I should, but I hadn't. And then I saw somebody doing it because I'm all self-taught. And I was like, oh, that's smart.
That's crazy.
Why wouldn't I do that?
Learn from your mistakes.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go, and I'm learning from my mistakes. Oh, there! I summoned him. Speedy, I've summoned you because I was literally just talking about you and your reaction video. Yes, to the new Nintendo Switch OLED screen. So I've summoned you. That's where I was going with that. Oh, we have a couple other people on Twitch. I'm pulling double duty. The last retro gamer. There you go.
Yeah.
Another one. The painting is really good. Thank you so much. And we got Patty the collector. Hey, Patty, how's it going? A tree fell and hit my house. Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Ouch. Hopefully it didn't.
Was that part of that tropical cyclone?
Elsa?
Elsa? Just let it go.
Why won't they save Elsa for a winter storm?
That's true. You would think that would be it. Do you know what? To this day, I've still not seen Frozen. My daycare kids sang it way too much, and I wasn't going to watch it.
Oh, wow.
I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And I just skip musical everything. So if I have a favorite TV show and they have a musical episode, I'm like, skip. I'm not watching it. I don't want to watch it. I'm not about singing through a show. I don't want to see it.
What if Friends did a musical episode?
I would watch it.
Oh my god.
I was at the grocery store today. They were playing the theme song. Really? I was like, oh, and I started singing along. I didn't care who was listening. I didn't care. Oh, Gavin's in the house. Hey, Gavin, how's everyone tonight? And good. I think it was pretty fair reaction. Also, your Streets of Rage 4 painting is so awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I could just keep answering the chat, but we gotta move on to
the next game.
Yes.
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Right. So, and then, like I said, basic childhood, Super Mario, Duck Hunt. My older sister, 6 years older, and she's working at an ice cream store, and she bought this for her and me and my younger sister, and we loved it. And then we wanted Marble Madness.
Oh,
and
nice.
My uncle ended up getting a Simon's Quest because they didn't have any more Marble Madness. But
so I have to know, are those all your original games?
No,
no.
All right. So my original NES stuff might still be at my parents' house. They have this. They called it a coopy hole. in their attic. Like you literally have to crouch down, and it's just like the roof of the house, and just boxes and boxes of shit. I'm pretty sure all my old Atari stuff's in there, and all my old NES stuff. But then as I got older, and my parents, they provided for us, but like I just said, my NES, my older sister bought with her own money, and then literally everything else I bought with my own money, except for the Sega Genesis. My dad he fell for that Sega do what Nintendo don't, or whatever. Line of bullshit. And then if you guys watched that documentary on retro gaming on Netflix, they say Sega went after Nintendo. They had more edgier commercials. They did cheaper, and my dad bought into it. So I had a lot of Sega stuff, which I don't have now, and I actually still have more memories of Nintendo stuff, which is just weird.
Okay. Well, do you think it's just because obviously you first started on Atari, but I think if I probably would have bought something for my brother, it would probably have more sentimental value to him because do you think that's it? That your sister bought the game for you, and it was like such a great thing for an older sibling to do? Like my big sister bought me that.
Yeah, because I hate playing Mega Man. I hate it, but I love Mega Man because I would stay up with her and like, because I don't know if there wasn't save states for the first couple. Maybe there's code or something like that to get back to where nothing, right? You had to like.
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
I've never played
a long
Mega
time
Man
since I played.
But I remember she came home from work. She had one of the Mega Mans. I don't know which one, but I played a couple hours of it, and then she took over. I fell asleep on the couch, and I remember waking up and the sun was up, and she's like, "I did it!" And she finished Mega Man. So I just remember that being like the coolest shit ever of staying up late with my big sister playing Mega Man.
Did she still game?
No, not at all.
Now, see, I didn't for the longest time either, but right. I gotta play games, and I love it now. I'm totally hooked. Mine was playing with my brother. He would play Resident Evil, Silent Hill games, and I would sit in his bedroom with him and watch him play and help him try to figure out where to go.
Solve the puzzle.
And I loved it. I'm like, don't play that game without me. We're gonna play through these together, and we did. He would wait for me to play, and he's 3.5 years younger than me, so it was kind of cool that. Yep. He was probably thinking, my 16-year-old sister doesn't really want to hang out with me, but I'd go and hang out in his bedroom watching him play that. And he was like 12 and a half, 13 years old. So
that's awesome.
It was pretty cool. We have a couple more people in the chat. I don't think I've ever watched this one. Buffy the Vampire Slayer had a great musical episode.
I don't like any musicals.
I remember that.
I don't care how hot Sarah Michelle Gellar was back then. I still couldn't watch it.
But I remember cringing when Spike started to sing.
Oh yes, yeah,
that makes sense. That checks out. Scepter's telling you to get over their stat for those games.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And another. We do have people on Twitch. Hey, thanks so much. They started having passwords on Mega Man 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And Cinderella saying, my brother taught me how to play in Nintendo 88. Best memories. Yes, it is. Like those were my mom did a kind of like a scavenger hunt for our Nintendo, but I told my brother, oh yeah, she's like, go in the bathroom and don't come out till I tell you to come out. And she's like, it's a big surprise. And I looked at my brother. I'm like, I think she got us a Nintendo. So I totally ruined the surprise for him. And that's what it was. Gaming memories with the family are the best. That's so true. So true. Used to hate it when Simpsons used to have a musical episode. I loved Treehouse of Horror Simpson episodes. Those were my favorite.
Those were
were awesome. All right, let's move on to another game.
Okay. Yeah. So like I said, I got a lot of games here, and it's kind of generational. But Super Nintendo, and like my buddy across the street had Super Nintendo. I had Sega Genesis. Yeah. For some reason, I remember playing over his house Super Nintendo more. So we had Mortal Kombat 2.
Nice.
Super Metroid.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
And then, because we're playing together, NBA Jam.
Oh, cool. I've never played NBA Jam.
So those were...
played it either. Isn't that crazy? But...
So those I remember being like, I remember like they had cheat codes for NBA Jam. I don't remember any of them now, but in the schoolyard talking about them being on fire. Oh, I kicked this kid's ass at NBA Jam. And then Mortal Kombat. Oh, I know Sub-Zero's fatality. And somebody's like, I know Scorpions. And it was just like this whole water cooler moment before water cooler was out in the playground.
Yep. Yeah. We played a lot of Street Fighter. I would go down to my cousin's house and we'd play Street Fighter down there. I loved it.
Mortal Kombat 2, did they start to put the blood in that on the Super
I think
if
I remember correctly, it was green. Every green? Blood.
Okay.
But on my Sega Genesis
was awesome for that. That's how I played it.
That's true. That's very true. Oh, Scepter. My brother broke a lot of controllers. Well, you could throw them back then a little bit because everybody had shag carpet. because it was
those
the 80s.
Controllers are like
and they
pretty
were
damn tough.
They were fairly indestructible, so your brother must have really been throwing them hard. or it was like concrete floor in the basement, and that spells trouble for anything.
Yeah.
That was before anybody finished their basements, when you just play hockey down there and like break limbs and stuff.
Play hockey down there. We're talking too. How many Canadians are in the chat?
Well, we have a couple Canadians in the chat. Oh, now she's singing songs. Now April's singing songs from Buffy episode. Yeah.
Everybody has memories of their basement. Like me and my sisters and friends playing. Like, do you guys watch the Goldbergs? That TV
show?
Wow, I haven't seen them in a while, but you used to watch them.
Oh, I love it.
That I am Adam Goldberg to the T, except for like having an extravagant like set props for a 9-year-old. But just growing up with everything he grew up, that's my age. And same thing, me and my neighbor going down there playing stupid games. Or you can't get off your knees. We're gonna play football, but you can't get off your knees. Just stuff like that. Making
up your own rules. We used to go down to we didn't have a basement in our house, but my grandmother did. So we would go. She was just beside us, and we'd go over there and play gymnastics, and we put all the cushions from the couch on the floor and like tumble, and then
we would doing that now.
I know. And then we'd play school, and my brother would always be he would want to be called Rex, and I'm like, that's a dog's name. But every game we played, he wanted to be called Rex. And I don't even understand.
First I've heard this story, I think.
Yeah, all the time. Or she had a clothesline, like an indoor clothesline, those big fold-out ones that are wooden. So we'd make blanket forts. If you didn't make a blanket fort in the 80s and 90s, did you even live? Like, your childhood maybe wasn't.
We made air forts because my parents had those box fans.
Oh,
so you put a sheet over the top of that, pin it down with something, and it would fill like the fitted sheets.
Yes.
And then we would just make, we'd tear them out of every window and have like 6 going in a room and just have air forts.
That would be awesome. We just had plain old blanket forts. Weren't very cool at all. The Bill and Hillary code, LOL. Was that for Jam?
Yes, it was. To put Bill and Hillary Clinton's face on there.
Oh my God. I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
Loco's saying so many fond memories of NBA Jam. And he's also saying we used to have Street Fighter 2 tournaments all the time with about 20 friends around the neighborhood. That would you don't hear about that now.
No, it's all online now.
No, exactly. Yeah. He has a temper problem. Oh man. My dad used to rip the controller out of the system playing Mike Tyson. I can see that. Yeah,
that's what I thought. The original Xbox was the smartest thing ever. It had the breakaway cord, so you didn't tear the system off the shelf.
Yeah, that's very smart. So when am I getting into one of these episodes? I mean, it's 4 a.m. almost here, but we have drugs here too. So anytime you contact me, and we will set it up.
Yeah, well, we are planning on here later in the summer or early fall. Starting to do it earlier so we can get some people from overseas on.
Yeah, because it's got to be hella late early, like I said. 4 a.m.
Yeah, because Generation Pixel was going to join me and Adam as a permanent guest on the video game Beatdown, but it's just times we couldn't work times out.
Yeah,
time difference is huge.
Yeah, I love his channel. He's doing phenomenal. He's really including everybody in the community. I think he just put out a video. I noticed we had been tagged in something, and he'd answered 3 questions. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go watch that. But I got so far behind.
That wasn't even our question.
No, it wasn't. It was actually Easygoing Gaming's question, and I felt bad because I was like, damn it, this happened again because
we also did that to. Retro Ghetto.
Yeah, Retro Ghetto.
Yeah.
And then didn't somebody ask us on Instagram, like a group question? I forget what it was, but like I never checked my Instagram, as you know.
Was that Loco? I think that was Loco. Yeah,
yeah,
Loco asked it, and I totally plan on doing that video about designing your own game.
Oh, okay.
And setting out the points, and I loved that idea because he kind of laid it out, and I was like, awesome, I don't have to come up with the concept. That's even better. And you've kind of given me the template for how to do this, and I thought it was great. Billy Bandit, have any memories of a retro game you have played exactly once at a friend's house or mall, etc., and never touched it again, but have huge nostalgia to this day for that game or moment in your life?
Huh.
I have to think about it.
Only once.
Bonk?
And not Kid Eater Chris.
Alex Kid.
Alex Kid.
Yeah.
Alex Kid.
Probably the only time might have been when I played TurboGrafx Kiosk.
Yeah.
I think it was Bonk, but I played Bonk here on an emulator on my Wii not that long ago.
I'm trying to think if there was, like, we didn't, for me, it would be just games I watched my brother play that I never played, but that was a continuous thing. I didn't play a lot of games when I was younger.
It's your girl.
No, because I just wasn't cool back then.
Because you're a girl.
Cool now.
No, gaming wasn't cool back then, and now it's cool.
And so now it's cool. Yeah. That's true. I was kind of a tomboy. So I was honestly, most of the time, I was outside in the yard and building forts. And I know we bugged the holy hell out of my dad till he built us kind of like a plywood fort. And I don't know how we didn't die. Because we put something.
I think every kid from the 80s and 90s could say that. I don't know how I'm still alive.
Yeah. We did stupid shit like jump off the peak of the roof in the winter. And you're like, hopefully I clear the clothesline stand and don't break my legs. And there'd be like this much snow on the ground.
How many kids rode in the back of the truck hanging on top of the roof like this?
Yeah.
On the highway like 70 or something there. Woo!
Yeah. All the time.
Remember
we had bow and arrows.
Across the street from my house, or my parents' house, was a liquor store, so they would plow the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally dug into the mound of snow to build a fort, and then for whatever reason, we got out and it collapsed in there, and all our shovels and shit were in there. We didn't see them till spring because, like, we're talking about this, like, was like 12 feet tall, and if we were in there, we'd be dead.
Yeah, but you probably never even thought about it back then, and neither did your parents. You're like, thank God they're outside, they're driving me crazy, and they didn't let you do whatever. Like, just come home before the sun goes down. The street lights when they're on, you come home. Nobody had a cell phone.
We weren't gonna get taken. Nobody's gonna take us. We were too bad back then.
Yeah,
they just bring you back.
Exactly. I don't know how kids do it nowadays. I don't know how parents do it nowadays. I'm like, please just leave the house for 5 minutes. I beg of you. Just go outside or do something out of the house. Take a cell phone with you if you have to. Just leave the house. But no, they don't leave the house. They're glued to their device. Just like we are now. I played WCW NWO Revenge for N64 in a kids lounge on a cruise ship all day for one day and loved it. Haven't seen or touched it since, but it's a strong memory for sure. That is so cool.
That is cool.
Oh my God. I remember riding in the back of my dad's truck, two of us in lawn chairs for an hour. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, video gaming with the professor. What's happening? I know he did a live stream, did you not, from Universal? We didn't get to check it out on Universal? That day. Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't get to check it out on the day you did it because, like I predicted, we both had to work. We were talking about that one time. All right. Let's move on to another game.
Another game. All right.
I feel like we're rolling through these fast, though.
I think, I need a refill after this game, I think.
Yeah. So keeping up with the trend of, like I said, my parents... we had to provide our own video games. So this was like the first console I ever bought was the PS1. And I have a learning disability. It's really hard for me to read because I have dyslexia or dyslexic. And so letters look like circles and lines to me. So I really have to break down a word.
Okay.
But playing Resident Evil on the PlayStation 1 was the first time I had an emotional reaction to something I read. The science, you go into the lab area and he goes, we were told to wear hazmat suits. Like, I still remember the story. Told to wear hazmat suits, and I have this real itchy rash in the back of my arm. And then the rash is getting worse. And then later on, we were told we don't have to wear the hazmat suits anymore. And now the rash is getting worse and it's blistering. And then he goes, I'm constantly hungry, constantly thirsty. And then he finally goes, I'm scratching the back of my arm and a lump of dead flesh fell off the back of my arm. And I was like, oh, it's disgusting. And then it just goes on and on until he's like hungry, thirsty. And then it's just like blood filled. And it was just like the coolest thing ever. But that was the first time I remember reading something and being like really emotionally engaged in something I read.
That's awesome. So do you think, because I think I've heard other people mention this before, that helped them with reading because it didn't seem like a chore, because you were playing a game, you were having fun, but you were also, it was helping that at the same time.
Yeah, because like I said, reading felt like a chore for me. And another thing that took place at this time, I learned how to play guitar at the same time, and I started playing in bands. And like you could see it in my grades. My grades were horrible, and when I started learning music, my grades went way up just from learning music. So I think it's just training your brain to think a different way is just the way to go. But yeah, so that is my fondest memory from the PS1 era. Call of Duty, Shadow Man. If you
I've never played Shadow Man.
That was a comic book. If you have a Dreamcast, play it on Dreamcast.
Okay.
Because it just looks way better and higher res and better frame rate. And then Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
The first time I played Tomb Raider was on the PS1. And then I remember the first game I really like played over and over and over and over again was Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I've still yet to play it, and I wonder if in 2021 I'll appreciate it as much.
The GameCube version does
is the definitive edition.
Isn't there
it's completely remade, so it's not the same like visuals.
There's also one on the PS3 that's a collection that's remade, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. Remastered. So that one is the GameCube version, and then the later versions of 2 and Snake Eater.
Okay.
So those, so I think, that's probably the best way to go. What's up?
I worry if I would be able to play that and enjoy it, because I know it's got like 3,000 hours of cutscenes.
No, not
those are later. Those are later.
Thinking of the later ones.
Maybe
like, number 4
has a lot of cut.
Yeah, I think so.
4 has like some people will say like 8 hours of cutscenes. Some people will say 9 hours. There's an actual hour amount, and I think it's like 8 or 9.
Holy shit! Because I'll be honest with you, unless a story really grabs me, and I know I should watch them, I'm like skip.
I like the cutscenes because for me it adds the story.
It does. I don't always have time to watch them.
If you pick up something like a journal and you're gonna read it, I will glaze over that real quick, and I don't read it half the time. So that stuff doesn't add to the story for me, but the cutscenes will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. What were you gonna say now?
I forget.
I think you were reading a comment.
Oh yeah.
I was just saying what's up there.
Oh, hey,
Tribes. Getting a refill. Do you need one?
Yeah, you can get me a refill.
Are you gonna read comments? I want to go to the refill.
Yeah, we can do that. They wouldn't let me do it on my video game channel. Had to do it from my dating couch channel. That's at 2K subs. I guess I don't have enough subs yet on this channel. Aw, that sucks. I got into many accidents as a kid. Stitches on my head due to jumping off a bed to ninja kick my brother, but missed him, and my head smashed into the wall. Burnt iron. Ouch. Also broke a 7-Up bottle with my right hand and still have the stitches from that. Jeez. I mean, I cover it most times with penciling in my eyebrows, but I have a scar on my eyebrows from where my brother hit me with a door. And I had to get one stitch and bawled like a baby. And only because of the stitch, it didn't hurt initially. I just told my brother cried more than me because I told him mom and dad were going to kill him. And then he felt bad. He didn't feel bad before that. Speaking of Resident Evil, I'm currently playing Code Veronica, and that game still holds up pretty well. And I think I remember you saying that in the comment. I think that's why you voted for Resident Evil 2 Remake.
People say that to play it on Dreamcast, so
yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Resident Evil hype, yes, all the way. I love Resident Evil. I love anything scary, though. Metal Gear cutscenes are always worth it. And I'm going to just have to... I think it's just I'm gonna have to set aside the time. It's not that I don't want to watch them. It's gaming is always a time factor
on the PS3 because the GameCube controller may be a little foreign to you.
Yeah, that's true. Metal Gear Solid has been on PS1, remade on GameCube. The plot became a comic book, a visual PSP movie, and soon a movie. Oh, that's really cool. We've been watching Resident Evil on Netflix.
Have you guys been watching that? It's a series.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. It kind of dragged for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't mind it too much, but
not bad.
We basically just have Netflix.
Yeah.
And
we do have Prime though.
We do have Prime too, but Netflix is so easy because it's right there on the TV. With Prime, we have to run it through our Apple TV, and so we tend to just watch the same thing on Netflix over and over and over again. So to have a new show was
that's why we play a lot of games.
That's why we play a lot of games.
Did you guys watch Tomorrow War?
Yeah,
you know what? I actually liked it.
Me too.
But I didn't expect much from it. I got what I expected, but I loved the aliens. I loved the way they looked.
They were freaky.
They were really cool. But I understand everybody's criticisms of the movie. But this is coming from a guy that loves 80s Van Damme movies. So
or like Starship Troopers. Like I love that.
Oh, that was awesome. I love that. Yeah. But I recommended it to a guy at work there, and I'm like, told him how great it was, and he's like, I couldn't even finish it. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm like, well, I recommended it at work, and I was like, it's a dumb action movie. That's all you're watching it for.
What it is.
That's it. If you go into it with that
I was actually like a lot of the complaints that people were saying. I was actually saying it out loud while we were watching the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, that's stupid. I haven't seen anybody reload a gun yet. Endless clips. What
the
hell?
You pointed something else out too, and sometimes Scott will like become overly critical, pointing stuff out, and I'm like, it's just a movie.
Yeah. Shut up, let me enjoy the movie.
90% of people aren't even going to notice the stuff you're noticing. Just watch.
Well,
the
for
movie.
me, like I love time travel stuff because that can mess with your brain. There
all right,
and makes you think.
Do you remember the time travel rules that they set? Because I don't, but I was like, that sounds pretty neat. It was
I
to avoid paradoxes.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can pluralize that word, but
no either.
I don't know all of it there. I know they jump back, and they only can jump between those 2 points 30 years. I don't know why they picked that.
So he said it's like a life raft and a life raft in a river.
Yeah.
And then the life rafts are constantly moving too forward. So it's not consistent. And then another one that
everybody that went ahead were dead.
We're dead already.
We're already dead 30 years ahead of time.
And still alive.
Yeah.
So you never could meet yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
made sense.
Cool
that was a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some plot holes with stuff.
Spoiling too much for anybody there. I know you guys are dying to go and watch that movie.
Don't watch it. Don't expect anything. Get a tub of popcorn, chug some beers, and have a good time.
But there was some like nice comical moments in it. Not too many, but there was a few, and I appreciated that.
I just love the aliens. I love what they did with the aliens. The design of them was just awesome.
So at one point, like you saw it, Chris Pratt has to take his shirt off. I thought he looked a little dumpy, and they like CGI'd, airbrushed his abs on.
Yeah.
I was like, he doesn't have the Star-Lord body.
No.
Do you know
what they say there to Guardians of the Galaxy? You're like one sandwich away from being fat.
I personally was like, you know what? He should have a dad bod in this movie. He should.
He's a dad.
Yeah,
he's a dad. He's older. Like, he shouldn't be ripped in this movie. It would have felt stupid to me.
Oh, yeah.
I that made sense. He's like ex-military or whatever he was. Yeah. And he should. That's what I thought.
I could go on and on with that movie, but I don't want to spoil it.
Did you guys hear the craziness that Chris Hemsworth has to go through for playing Hulk Hogan in the Hulk Hogan movie?
No.
I can only imagine because
all right, Hulk Hogan in his prime had 24-inch arms.
Oh,
Chris Hemsworth in Thor Ragnarok had 16-inch arms.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan weighed over 300 pounds in his prime. During Thor, Chris Hemsworth only weighed 220 pounds. So this is how much mass he has to put on to play this part. I'm like,
he's not going to be able to physically put all that on. It's tricky.
Here's what I say.
I don't even know how that's possible.
He already looks big. You'll just cast the rest of the people.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Smaller. Cast the rest of the people smaller, just like they do with...
He's going to have to work on his legs. Because if he's going to get in the little rushling trunks there, he can't have the little Thor legs.
Yeah, exactly. Tribes. What was the vote tally? Which one will you decide? So the vote tally actually was 40% for Resident Evil 2 Remake, 39% for Horizon Zero Dawn. It was so close that I'm going to play Resident Evil 2 Remake this month because it won, and also it's shorter. And so I can dedicate the whole month of August to playing through Horizon Zero Dawn because I think it's going to take longer.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like I like this.
Get into side quests, it's gonna take longer.
Oh, fuck. Every time when I played Skyrim, I was like, "Oh, side quest," and then I'm like, "This is my plan for tonight. I'm going to get to this point," and it would never happen.
Now, Jen, tell me if this is you, especially because Horizon Zero Dawn is really bad at this. Not bad at this, bad in a good way. You're gonna walk up to somebody that has that quest marker above their head, and it's gonna be some mom. My husband is in the woods and I don't know where he went and I haven't seen him. Can you go find him? Are you the type of person who's like, oh, I gotta go find him?
Yes. If I walk up to you and you ask me to do something, I feel like I have to say yes.
Another 75, 80%. That sucks for you, man.
Sucks for you. I'm busy saving the world, bro.
Busy dude.
Yeah. No, if I walked up to you, I'm doing the quest.
But I played Astral Chain and then I went and rescued a couple of cats because you have to go. Yeah, I lost my cat. I'm like, oh fuck it, whatever. I'll go find.
Because
cat.
It was an animal and not a person.
Yeah.
This is why. Because he loves animal.
Yeah. Scott, were you talking about Astral Chain with level 187, right?
857.
857.
I were on there.
I literally left my house to go find Astral Chain, and I couldn't find it.
Oh
no! Everybody was
so
out.
Good.
GameStop, Walmart, Target, everybody was out. I was like,
was
"We
lucky,
have the display copy."
Yeah,
they're like,
I found it at a pawn shop when I did find it, but I don't think I've seen it since.
Yeah,
God,
it's a really good game.
If you can get your hands on it, I was watching.
That's my next Switch game.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Because I just got this cable, M cable from Marceville. I think I'm saying that right. And it has an upscaler built into the cable, and so now my Switch games don't look like shit on the OLED TV.
Oh, okay.
Nice. It's an upscale to 4K.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Video game professor. I got a scar on my lip from getting stabbed in the face from a fight I had with this dude when he was released from jail. He had a keychain. Jesus.
Hardcore.
That is hardcore.
I feel your pain. I can't say what my job is, but I deal with inmates.
Yep. I was just gonna say you probably you can relate. I lived on a farm with 3 older brothers and my 2 boy cousins on the same farm. I'm surprised we're all still in one piece. Yes.
How many fist fights do you guys get into?
You talking to me?
Is this a question we're really asking?
Gavin there. Like, come on, boy.
3 older brothers and 2 cousins.
I know a few times there, even with friends, get worked up. They almost start swinging. Like.
This is a true fact. Boys can get into a fight and be friends the next day. Girls get into a fight, that bitch is dead to me for life. That's how it works with boys and girls.
So I can get into a fight there, and like if it's like a legitimate night, it's nothing dirty, and it's a fight and a fight. And if I get beaten and whatever, if I beat him, I'll buy you a fucking beer right after.
So I've been into martial arts since I was a kid, and me and my daughter just picked it back up a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And my first sensei was like, he's like, if you fight somebody, I guarantee you're going to be friends afterwards. And it was like so true. Yep. It was crazy. It like literally got all fear out of me. If anybody like approached me in anger, I didn't care anymore after that.
Oh, I would be mad for life. I still remember a girl that like I had no beef with. decided she was going to pick on me, and I still hate her.
Like win or lose too. Like for guys.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's true. You'd be like,
now,
good fight, bro. Let's go get a beer.
A street fight and then a fight in the ring, because I've been in martial arts since I was a kid too. They're like, when you fight in the ring and it's like 2-3 minute rounds, whatever they are, that's the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life.
Oh, I bet.
You know?
I bet.
So, you don't play fight.
I'm always impressed because here I'm going to play the Canadian card again. I'm always impressed when I see hockey players like fucking hate each other on the ice, and at the end of the game be like, "Good job, bud. Like you did a good job." Yeah, good game. Or like, I fucking hate that ref. He's not calling anything right now, and I'm going to shake the ref's hand after the game. Like I would be like, "You're dead to me. You wronged me in life, and now we're not friends anymore."
I did traditional Japanese karate. I'm sorry, I'm answering a question.
That's okay.
Traditional Japanese karate and kickboxing for most of my young life. And then me and my daughter just started Taekwondo again. Nice. Which is very similar.
We tried to get Alex to do karate once, and he had fun when he was like fighting with people, but then he didn't want to do any of the
exercises.
Yeah. He just wanted to run around and fight with people. How old was he? Probably 4, 5.
I think he was around 5.
Yeah, he just wanted to run around and fight with people. I'm like, this is not for you.
So, who's winning the fight tonight, Poirier or Connor?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't been following.
You used to follow quite a bit.
I used to be hardcore UFC fan. Like I'd watch them all. But I was a big St. Pierre fan at the same time too. So.
That was the most disappointing night of my life. When we watched, there was a hockey game on, and then I think the UFC fight was on, and they both lost.
I can't remember who was it. It was St. Pierre lost to
Connor. Yes.
He got knocked out, and I can't remember who it was.
I don't know who it was either.
Anyway, Montreal was playing Toronto. It was the last game of the season, and they had to win to make whoever won that game was basically in the playoffs, and the other one wasn't. Montreal lost, and then we watched UFC, and then St. Pierre got knocked out.
It was the worst weekend ever. I didn't want to be Canadian anymore. Yeah. We almost moved.
But I'm a McGregor fanboy, and so subscribe to UFC YouTube channel, and they have like old fights that are like clipped down. It's the perfect way to consume UFC stuff.
Nice.
That would be the way
because like I'm not even, I don't even care to watch this fight. I'll figure out who wins, and then like I said, once it finally pops up on YouTube, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Nice. See, I used to have that. It's like a UFC app, kind of like Netflix there, and I used to watch that, and they would have what was it called? It's kind of like kickboxing. They would have stuff in there, all kinds of different fighting. I used to watch all of it, loved it.
See, even if you had that app, you'd be hosting tonight because for some reason ESPN has the rights to it, and you have to go through ESPN's app to get.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Let's read a couple more comments I missed. I'm not behind, Modane. I just missed them because I scrolled ahead to your comment. Let's just get that clear. Retro Mikey's going to make a video this week to show off huge scar from surgery. Because
I may pass on that one.
Yes, Scott is easily squeamish. I remember back in the day, I used to watch like brain surgery and like eat spaghetti. I'm like, look at that go. It didn't bother me. It still doesn't bother me.
Wasn't there some channel that was like surgery? I'd walk into a room and go, what the fuck are you watching?
I'm like, it's very interesting.
God, I'll watch surgery shit all day long, but for some reason Dr. Pimple Popper comes on. I'm like,
no,
I can't watch that either. No.
That's rough to watch. I'm
like, those people are disgusting. Get rid of them.
Yeah, it's hard to watch that.
It's too much for me.
I agree. Loco, I love Van Damme movies.
Legend.
I'm not going to comment.
Now, Loco, which
I've never watched any.
Who's your favorite martial artist in movies right now?
We'll wait.
So I remember like for some reason I didn't go with my parents on a trip, but my sisters did. So it was just me staying with my uncle.
So we know who the favorites are.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, just go rent a movie with them. Go rent an action movie with them. He'll have a blast. And I remember renting a Van Damme movie, and there's softcore sex scenes in it. And I remember just being like weirded out, like watching that shit with my uncle. Like my parents, it's fine. Like I'm used to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is weird.
If he I don't watch any Van Damme movies. I haven't watched any, but I do know enough about any movies he's in. He has to show his ass. Yeah. Is that like in the contract?
Ready?
Yeah, to have a sex scene.
I can't do it. I'm drinking too much. I was trying to do
okay. You try again.
Black silk underwear.
Yeah. That's his accent.
What? I know what movie that's from. It's a Double Team? Double Impact? Double Impact. Was that the one?
Yeah, it's not one you would think it is. It's not like Bloodsport or anything.
No, I think it's Double Impact, where he's playing twins.
Yeah, I watched Van Damme on Friends. Moving on. Speedy saying and I've seen that on I think it was on Instagram or Twitter, I can't remember. He's watching through a bunch of Van Damme movies now, and he had to suffer through Street Fighter. So
oh my god,
we feel for you.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, so Bloodsport,
Kickboxer.
If you're gonna watch one, watch Bloodsport.
Yeah,
Bloodsport and Kickboxer are probably his best.
Lionheart? Question mark?
I liked Lionheart.
Is he in that? I'm thinking. Yeah. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Dragonheart. I don't know why.
No, Lionheart's pretty good.
Dragonheart.
There was also another one there.
Dragon movies
was very similar to like Bloodsport, but I think it was called The Quest or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Universal Soldier. It has.
I liked it. Yeah.
Braveheart. Who's the Rocky guy?
The Rocky
Dolph
guy?
Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren.
Oh yeah.
Universal Soldier.
Yep.
No way Chris Hemsworth is going to play a believable Hulk Hogan. I just don't know how that's going to work.
Oh my god, I want to hear the voice. I want to hear the voice.
I know. I don't know who else would play a believable Hulk Hogan.
I don't know.
What other actor?
There's no actors that can.
I just don't know.
I can see him looking pretty close once he gets the Fu Manchu going, and he has the bandana on, and he's fake tan to shit.
Yes.
Now, I always thought if they were going to do a He-Man movie, that Hemsworth might be able to pull it off. Yeah. I know he's not huge like He-Man, but he still would have been like in the Dolph Lundgren kind of He-Man.
He'd be the Chris Adam. He'd be perfect, and then he would turn into He-Man.
Yeah. Modan's also saying Astral Chain is a great game. Absolutely.
Love it.
Fist fights and brothers are like PB&J. That makes sense. As long as it's a fair fight, we can be cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, girls don't think like that. We're just like, that bitch is dead to me.
Yeah. I don't know why, but there was a schoolyard fight in high school, and just talking about how chicks don't want to fight fair. It was her brother and another guy. They were having a fair fight, and this chick pulled a compass out and ran after him to stab him. And like three dudes like jumped on her to stop her, and the teacher came out of nowhere. I was like, "Were you like watching this?"
Yes. Let's see how this is going. It's a good fight.
It just pulled her away.
Oh my god. Gavin saying, not too many just did super stuff. Clotheslined my brother with baller twine. I ran so fast. That's why you had siblings, so you could pick on them. I did shit like that to my brother all the time. But then it didn't take very much longer for him to get bigger than me and him to do the stupid shit.
His paybacks.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a way older sister, and my younger sister's barely 2 years younger than me. Barely.
Yeah.
And so we would fight tooth and nail for the most part. And big sister can kick both our ass. And I remember I was playing dead or something like that, and she dumped salt into my ear and like filled my ear with salt. And I got up and I chased her out the door. And I remember it was like winter time, and it was freezing rain. And I picked up a wiffle ball bat, and it was encased in ice. And I broke that shit over her back, and like it was brutal.
If kids did that now, their parents would be like calling the cops or like getting them therapy. Like we
therapy.
have to learn. Yes.
Therapy.
My God. I know my brother got bigger than me really quick, and he used to hold me down and tickle me until I peed. What? Like, that's a dick move. That's a dick move. Or I was filling the bathtub once to have a bath, and he just came in and went, pushed me in, clothes on. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Well, I would hope so.
Filling a bathtub. Well, no, we weren't.
Not that close.
We're close. We're not that close. Filling the bathtub. He's like, screw it. And he just pushed me in. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
bitch.
Yeah, drown already. I'm done with you. But yeah.
So my little sister will say, I'm like, I was violent as hell. And then my parents signed me up for karate, and she was like, "Oh God, now he's gonna know what he's doing."
Back then. Back then, you had extra energy, or you had to work out your aggression, so you put you in martial arts or boxing, or whatever.
Nowadays, you go to therapy. Ever happened because like I would just go pick fights at karate.
Yeah, and you were so calm when you came home because all your aggression was out. Oh man, a lot of McGregor fans in the house. A lot of people. Marcus, Scepter, video gaming professor, Patty the collector. Tribes. I found nunchucks in a church. Tried to play with it in the back of the stud. Because grass hit the back of my head. Sorry, I didn't read any of that legend because I was laughing. And that's why I was laughing, because I could hear something swooshing the other day. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I thought Alex was making weird noises upstairs, and I was yelling.
The chain on the chucks there when you're whipping them.
And I was like, who's making that stupid annoying sound? And I opened up the basement door.
She's yelling at Alex there. What are you doing?
Yeah. And Scott's like, it's just a nunchucks.
Maybe one day I will make a little short video, but I'm like retarded good at them. Like both hands.
You should.
Both hands, because
I can't do both hands at the same time.
When I was a kid, I literally carried them around the house, like nonstop. I had them in my hand. And like even to the point where my uncle came over and he's like, "Really, dude? Are you that much of a dork?" And he had a cigarette in his mouth, and I went and smacked the cigarette out of his mouth. He's like, "Touche."
You're still alive to tell the tale.
Yeah.
St. Pierre is a legend. Yes.
St. Pierre is a legend.
Not everyone is drinking on the stream. What? Well, probably not Alex, because he's not old enough.
No. Get in line.
No, there's a bunch of people are just
mom and dad are busy, Alex. Go for it.
He has to make his way to the basement, and he's not going to get past me. Modan saying drink, and then that's what Retro Tiburon. That's for me because I got behind in the chat again, as per usual. Women give birth to kids they're used to seeing gross things, but women have the capacity to see the beauty in such things.
That is a chemical reaction to childbirth.
Yes.
Like literally, like after a woman gives birth, because like I remember I was reading up when I was having kids and shit, and I remember the most interesting thing was once they have kids, their body releases a chemical that makes them forget about all the pain.
Oh wow.
Modane saying great shirt to you. But I used to say for the longest time, I would go back and relive that day over again. But I had an epidural and I couldn't feel anything. They were like, "Hey, by the way, it's time to push." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I remember who was filming. Was it not during the childbirth, but Scott had a camera in my face and he's like, "Pretend like it's hurting so that if we have a daughter, she won't think, I'll just have a kid when I'm 18 months and seem to have a problem with it." But no, I couldn't feel anything. It was like evening at the Improv.
The woman across the hall felt everything and let everybody know. Mm-hmm. Holy shit.
Our second kid, he came out so fast. Janelle couldn't have an epidural. It was all natural, no painkillers. But afterwards, she was right as rain. And I was like, this is crazy. Like literally her mom came in. She's like, "Get the hell out of here." And she's holding on to like the bed rail.
Yeah. I think Melissa said that too. And it was like, once you pave the path with the first one, the second one just, you already broke a path. That second one's coming out super fast and you don't have time for nothing. And that's what happened with my sister-in-law too. But I had planned to do nothing, no pain meds, no anything. And then I was like, oh shit, this is real. I didn't even want Scott to drop me off at the door because I was fighting with him that I could walk from the parking lot. Thankfully, he dropped me off at the door because I could not have walked from the parking lot into the hospital. But they finally gave me something in an IV, and it didn't really take the pain all the way away, but I was walking around the hospital, and I don't take anything too seriously most of the time. I was walking around telling people, I'm like, if you come to have a kid, get this shit. It's amazing. Like, you're like, please, lady, go back to your room.
Your kid's arms hanging out.
Yeah.
You look like you need to
get
go
into a
somewhere.
game there. You guys are talking about babies and stuff. Can't drink
I know,
that.
half the chat left.
Yeah. Are we only on game 2? LOL, Billy Bandit.
Are we? No.
I have
We're,
no idea.
Oh,
No,
you're
we
bringing
did.
them out in the
So like mine's
handfuls.
generation. Yeah, like I said, mine's generation. But to this day, I bought my own Nintendo 64 with my own money. And if I wasn't a stupid kid and traded all that shit in, I remember I had this big CRT entertainment center where it had like the VHS rack. I had all my Nintendo 64 games in the clear plastic cases lined up in there full. And I just kick myself to this day that I don't have that anymore. But to this day, my number one game of all time is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Fell in love with this game. This is the only game I've played through like hundreds of times.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is about it. I just love the shit out of it. And then, like you're saying, like fond memories of going over a friend's house.
Yeah.
I had it. But talking about the band days. So we would have band practice and then we would all go play 007. And I remember the first time I'm hiding in the corner, and I remember the level was like brown brick, kind of like subterranean level. And I'm hiding in the corner, and all three of them are chasing each other because they're playing free for all. And I just ran up behind them and hosed them all. I was like, this is the best shit ever.
Nice.
And then going over another friend, because this is like now like I'm friends of like other bands and stuff like that, and we would go over another guy's house and all play WCW and WO, and we would just that Nintendo 64 with the 4 controllers was like the first experience we had with more than just 2 players. So this was awesome. We'd have like 20 guys just around, and we were all passing the controller, like Scott was saying earlier, and just playing the shit out of it.
I think that's probably your funnest group play memory is wrestling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Mario 64, and then Conker's Bad Fur Day, because I just thought this game was hilarious at the time.
That is hilarious. And it's still, you know what? We finally got a copy of that quite a few months back. We got lucky that we got it for the price we did, because I see them going, they're way up now in price.
And going back to that game is super hard to play. You have to play it on the rare retro collection on Xbox.
Yes, it is super hard to play, but when he started it up and I heard him talking, I was like, oh my God, that was a game back then. I was like, shit, I would have played that game had we had, but we didn't. We missed that console completely. We had the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo. I think we had a PlayStation 1, 2, and then I think after that I was out on my own anyways.
So the band I was in, we all had our own N64s at our house. We would all play it, but then there's a multiplayer aspect to that. I'm not sure it was that one or the Xbox edition. When Microsoft bought Rare, they actually had an Xbox edition of Conker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then it had online. I don't know if it was online yet, but it had a multiplayer, and that was awesome because you'd be a samurai, you'd be the soldier, all versions of squirrels.
Oh, awesome. We've never played it, but you said we have it? We have so many games.
I've played a couple hours of it. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, Nintendo 64 is really hard to play. Like you do a jump and he does this little like tailspin glide.
Yeah.
And you think you're gonna land where you're gonna land and you don't. You're like, fuck this game.
Yeah. I had that problem. What was I playing? I was playing it on the Switch and they had the old controls
Oh, Mario 64.
Mario 64, yeah.
Mhm.
Mario 64. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
why
Mario
am I playing this?
64, when you stop running, he slides for, I think like speedrunners know it. It's like
I
0.2 seconds. When you stop running with Mario, he slides for a certain amount of time. And like speedrunners like know this shit and it's like crazy. But I think Mario 64 and another Mario does that in. I don't know if it's Odyssey or what, but
Maybe.
yeah, I was just listening to a podcast where they're breaking down the different play styles of Mario's for different Mario games.
I really hate giving up on a game, and I had to put that one down. I'm playing it on the Switch because I was just getting frustrated, but I really want to finish it to say that I at least gave it a fair shake and tried to finish it out. But I might be halfway through. And I was just getting
going back to that one. I remember like for the Switch version, just trying to stop and he slid more. I'm like, and I felt the edge. I'm like, oh, stop it.
It is. It's frustrating. Marcus is saying he played Ocarina of Time. It's on his list, and Majora's Mask after finishing up with Banjo. N64 on an N64 kick at the moment. I need to get into playing N64. I'll pick the PS4 all the time.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Ocarina I played a bit, but I'm a GoldenEye kid. LOL. I destroyed those other kids on the cruise ship. LOL. Love WCW.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Xbox Conquer Bad Fur Day on Xbox One and Xbox Live. Awesome. And hello, Lawrence. Oh, Rod Hester's also in the house. 007 in the Caves with the Proximity Mines. LOL was my favorite 4-player game.
Throwing the laptop gun was fun too. Because was that proximity as well? You throw the laptop gun and someone run by and they start shooting them, and like people are like, "What is shooting me? What is shooting?"
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, great stream tonight. Everybody have a great night. See you later, Gavin. Thanks so much for stopping by. All those first-person shooter games on N64 seem unplayable now. Just VOS of the C button spread.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. I skipped the N64 and chose PS due to the prices of games back then.
Yeah. I remember weren't some 64 games like over $60 back then? Like rare ones would be like ridiculously priced.
Really?
Shit. See, it was never even on our radar.
No, I had PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh, I just got my first N64 thrifting a few months ago. I was never interested, but I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah, that's how I started too.
Perfect Dark was the laptop gun.
Really? Why do I think of it? I thought it was. I guess so. Yeah.
I haven't played Perfect Dark either, but we have it.
I don't even have it.
No, we don't have it?
No, I'm thinking Xbox.
Yes. I spent a lot of time playing Star Fox 4-player.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I remember wanting Mario Kart, and that damn thing would never drop in price.
Oh my god! So yes, the Mario Kart. The other guys would be like, "All right, we're just gonna race." And I'm like, "Let's play the battle mode. The battle mode's awesome." I was the only one that wanted to play the battle mode.
Yeah,
we had to pop the balloons.
I like the battle mode in some games too. We were actually playing Wreckfest last night, and that's a lot of fun.
You played.
I like the odd racing game now.
Mario
I used
Golf
to hate them.
Last week, the new one on the Switch with a friend of ours.
I love that.
Kind of reminded me of Mario Kart.
I got to the second course where it's like demolished, and you have to like make so many holes and so many strokes. It's just that's where I stopped. It started frustrating me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
in Quest mode.
Yeah, we didn't play much of it, but it did get frustrating fast, especially when you're not playing. I think we were 2-player, and then we had 2 other players.
I didn't play Mario Golf at all.
No, you didn't. But we had just the computer playing.
Oh, you had 2.
And it was frustrating because they were way better than us.
Yes, they were
way better than us. Kurtz versus CD. Oh, man. Somebody
Pixel Game Squad.
Pixel Game Squad did that. They did a video on that.
Yeah.
And I would have said CD all day long, but he was saying carts versus CDs kind of aesthetic wise. And yeah, carts all day long. Because you can't display a CD. You just can't.
Well, carts too, playing them, there was no load times really.
Exactly. And it always worked. You know, I didn't have to wait for a patch.
Oh, yeah. The battle mode was fun and tense. Bachelor's Fridge in the house. Hey, Bachelor's Fridge.
Hey, buddy.
I can't stay. I'm in an all-you-can-drink beer situation. I know you understand. P.S. Have you had Dragon's Milk? What the hell is Dragon's Milk? Is it going to be in a video? I feel like it is.
Have you guys fell down a rabbit hole of watching YouTube shorts?
No.
I
avoid that.
No, we haven't.
Click on one.
Are they still even a thing now? Yes. Are there as many?
Are they?
Is it kind of like if you fall into TikTok? Is that the same situation with the shorts?
So I got home from work and they suggested a couple, and it's usually a cute dog or something retarded, and I click on it, and then I just keep scrolling through them. But this Asian bartender keeps popping up, and he made a drink, and it's all in his native text, so it's not regular letters, and I don't know what he's putting into it, but he put egg white into it. And when he was done mixing it all, it was purple, and then the froth came out above the cylinder glass, and he put a straw in it. I was like, I'd try that. I don't know what it is, but it just looks weird.
But it looks cool.
And I would try it. But he does this crazy shit. He's flipping stuff around and stuff.
But that's exactly how that shit starts. You start out watching a cute dog, and now you're drinking a frothy egg white drink. Then where do we go? How do we get from one to the other? How does that work? That's what I'm saying. And it's the same thing with TikTok. I'm like, I'm watching a comedy channel. Why am I watching this now? And it's something completely unrelated every time. I think I went down a TikTok rabbit hole for a week. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm losing brain cells. I got to get off TikTok. We used to play battle mode on Mario Kart shots. Take a shot after balloon loss.
Ooh. Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
Might be rough.
Who would you guys pick on WCW versus NWO? I liked picking Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah. Eddie.
Yeah.
See, I don't
know why he just said it, and that's who.
I was more the SmackDown fan on PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2. Here Comes the Pain. Those ones there. You could hook up 6 with the multi-tap, right?
The multi-tap, and then we would make our own characters.
Yeah, we did that too.
Yeah.
We made Jesus and Satan.
That's awesome. We used to play battle mode. Oh, I said that already, but I was thinking somebody put damn retro Mikey. I'd be wasted. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you definitely would. Go with carts if you want to play the games in the far future. Retro machines are cart only so far, and I've seen no CD-based console repros. Yeah. Drinks and science. Not sure what that's in relation to, but I believe you. We didn't get to play for too long before someone would pass out. Well, yeah. That's potentially 3 shots a match. LOL.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're
that'd be quick.
Drinking every pop balloon.
Yeah. They make some PC Engine and TurboGrafx 16 CD reproductions. Got to get them from China, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
SmackDown 2 is my favorite. Just picked the strategy guide up off Marketplace for the collection. Nice. That's awesome.
For all you PC guys out there looking to upgrade your graphics card, so China just finally started crack down on crypto mining.
Okay.
So now all these China people that are mining for Bitcoin, they're selling all their graphics card off now. So now the graphics card market is flooded. So now new graphics cards are going to go way down in price back to their MSRP. So a 3060 is going to be $500, and they're reasonable now, not the $2,000 that scalpers are charging for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that happening. When you said China at first, because we were talking about wrestling, I was like, what about China? I couldn't help myself. Okay. Retro Tiburon wants to know if you guys had wrestling names, what would they be?
I already know what mine is because some of the boys back in high school used to call me that because back in the day, we in high school they brought in it was called midget wrestling back then. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't know what it's called now, but doesn't. And there was one guy, and I think his wrestling name was Freddie Third Degree Burns. So everybody started calling me Scotty Third Degree Burns.
Well, his last name is Burns,
and then it was like Third Degree Burns, and then they shortened it right up to Third. Hey, Third.
Yeah, mine would be something like, "I don't want to fight you. Please don't hit me, Kay." Something like that. Probably something like that.
I literally never thought what my name would be. I'd always wanted to be Jake the Snake or Junkyard Dog and
Mr. Tate.
From the Tate.
Yeah.
And then my special move. My special move would be like the off the rope like leg drop, just Tate slam to the face.
Stink face.
We need to figure out your intro song though too.
Yeah.
Somebody figure out the intro song. If he was,
we're gonna go with songs, and you're gonna throw Taint in the
yes.
title of the song now.
Out. Cheap cards on Alibaba. I know we were looking at AliExpress for some stuff too.
You say we, but I don't look at anything.
Okay. My teenage nephew was doing a wrestling move on a little kid back then. I had to take some acting away from him.
We used to do that in school year all the time. We were wrestling. I suplex
like,
in the snowbanks and stuff.
I could totally do that. And you call the little brother over.
Yeah.
Jen could be Gentle Giant if she gets buff. That's my 2021 goal by the end of the year. Get buff, be Gentle Giant. Done.
Now I got a wrestling story here, kind of. We when I was in college, I think there was 4 of us. We came up to Moncton.
Oh my god!
Rented a hotel room, and they didn't ask for a credit card or nothing, and they fucked up. But we started. I don't know. We were drinking, and we're gonna start wrestling and all that, and at the end of the night, the bed got fucking broke. You can only suplex a 200-pound guy into a bed there once or twice before the fucking frame just
blows out.
Yeah.
Oh my god! See, girls don't do that.
Yeah, you guys are in your underwear though.
Yes, we have pillow fights in our underwear.
And then the pillow breaks and its feathers and then everywhere and it's
exactly. And if somebody will oblige and bring in a kiddie pool and lots of Jello, we'll do that too.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing for my next stream.
So you don't have the hot tub, just kiddie pool and Jello?
Yeah.
There you go. If that's not on there, you're disappointing somebody in this chat. Possibly.
What category do I put in? They don't have kiddie pool and Jello on Twitch. They just have hot tub streams. Just chatting.
You're thinking
just chatting? I don't know. What if you put hot water in there and not Jello? What? Huh? What did you say?
Jack Black look-alike in his underwear.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, his finisher would be Tainted Taint. Well, if it's... Oh, I could see Retro Rival as a tag team.
There we go.
Yeah, Scott would never tag me in, though. That would be just the way.
He go to tag you.
It has to be a mixed tag. Mixed tag. Get the other chick and 2 hot chicks for us. I'm tagging it all the time. I'd be tagging the other guy there, man. High five, man. Yeah.
Oh man, not Nickelback. I would quit wrestling if I had to walk out to Nickelback.
Doing the Legion of Doom finisher, LOL.
Yeah.
Doomsday Device. Kiddie Pool Jello sounds like a punk band name. That does sound like a punk band name. Totally.
A metal band I played for was called Liquor Box. And they thought they were Guns N' Roses.
But Jen is the only one putting the wrestler on her shoulders. I feel like it's going to be another chick, and you're going to want her to be some opposite way.
Say it.
I know what you're thinking. Okay, let's move on to another game.
That popped in your dirty mind.
Because I've been living with this one for too long. That's exactly where his brain goes. I'm like, I know what my husband's going to say.
My brain's in my pants.
Isn't every man's? That's how that works.
Yeah.
I've accepted it. It's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm being realistic.
Game time.
Game time?
Yeah.
Shit. I'm just going to throw these out there.
It's an interesting game. I've never heard of shit.
Yeah. I think there's a drinking game.
Poop Slinger or something there, isn't there?
There is Poop Slinger, yeah.
Just quickly on a side note, Dreamcast was another console I had very fond memories of. I had the whole attic to myself. And me, when I first met my wife and a couple buddies, would play Gauntlet Legends nonstop. Legacy of Kain Soul Weaver was another like awesome story game. I never played the Soul Weavers before that, the Legacy of Kain games.
Yeah.
This one started off, and I played all the Azrael storyline after that.
It's been a long damn time since I played that, and I want to play it, but I'm a little worried that's probably going to be a little aged.
Yeah, you have to go to the Dreamcast. Like I said, the Dreamcast played games beautifully over the PlayStation, but I really want them to remake and reboot Legacy of Kain in some fashion.
That would be
cool. That would be cool.
It's all zombies now. There's nothing vampires anymore.
Well, Crystal Dynamics, I don't know if they're like, did they say that the last Tomb Raider was the last Tomb Raider for a while? Like, hopefully they revive Soul again.
I don't know. I can't remember if I played the last. I know I played most of the new ones, but I would be down for a new Tomb Raider.
I wish I could show you guys on my Xbox. I don't know if I did either. Yeah, you could do photo mode in the last Tomb Raider, probably most of them. But he had a look of disgust face. She's like, ugh. And there's a tribal guy just talking to another guy, and he just has a loincloth on, and his ass is showing with just like a loincloth going up his ass crack. And I have Laura facing the camera going, ugh. And that's my background on the living room Xbox.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I need to see this. Not because of the loincloth.
Sure.
I have so many pictures of her with a disgusted face. It's unreal. Because you get to this town and like all the tribal guys are just in like these little loincloths and like they're squatting down, they're praying, and like so there's like a row of guys just praying like this in front of a totem, and she's just facing the camera with a disgusted face.
That's awesome.
My wife's like, what the hell are you in tears laughing about? I'm like, look.
Oh my God. I'm just reading this. My friend years ago said his band name would be Ball Cock Assembly. It's a real part name for toilets. Yes. But that would be an interesting band name.
So Davis Deadly, I always thought would be a cool performer name.
Yeah.
Because so my first gamer tag was Dave is Deadly. And there was no spaces because Xbox Live didn't have spaces. So everybody started calling me Davis Deadly. So I'm like, that would be a cool performer name, like Davey Havoc from AFI and stuff like that. So then it just turned into Davis Deadly.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good performer name too.
Mm-hmm.
It would be.
Like Johnny Rotten. That kind of stuff. Like I played in punk bands.
Yep. I'm not soon to try this, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Try this drink. Get a cup of hot water, drop an egg into it, put 2 spoonfuls of sugar, stir it. It's an old Asian drink. I'm sure there was probably a reason for it too. You need to explain to us the reason, because there's always a reason.
Well, if it's anything like a drink I saw that guy make, the egg makes it froth up at the top.
Okay. That might be it. Just to have a cool drink. I love Gauntlet Legend, but I have it on the N64 4-player.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Davis, have you tested the updated DC controller? Forgot who made it, but it looked nice.
DC? What do you mean by DC controller?
Dreamcast, I assume?
Oh, no, I haven't. I need more, too, because I only have one Dreamcast controller. I need to get more.
It's me, too. I only have one.
Yeah, we only have the one as well. Is Gauntlet like Diablo?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yes. Yeah. I remember the arcade version of that game where you'd put your initials in before you started playing, and it would save your progress. Oh. And it was a arcade stand with 4 controllers, 4 arcade sticks.
Yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider was it for a while. And Modane Designs, the only reason I know anything about Schrodinger's cat is because of Big Bang Theory. But sometimes nostalgia can be a lot like Schrodinger's cat, good and bad at the same time, unless you go back and really play it. That's true. Davis Deadly is your wrestling name when you wrestled in ECW. So that's the taint-tacular one. That could be for anything, I think. Mm-hmm. All right, we're all caught up in the chat. I didn't have to drink, although I did anyways. And what is our next game?
Next game, I'm moving on to the PlayStation 2 and the GTA series.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 3, I think, was probably the first game I 100%ed on PlayStation 2. And I just remember my buddy bringing it over my first apartment, and he's like, here, you got to try this game. It's so cool. I never played the old top-down GTAs. And I get in, I start playing, and I stop at a traffic light. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, just go. I was like, the light's red. And I remember the end of the game was this whole, like, I thought it was like scripted almost. I had that like that Dodge Viper looking car, and I came blasting in the enemy base. I took a jump, landed sideways on a shipping crate by itself. I was like, is this scripted? And I got out and I destroyed everybody to the point where like I reloaded the save point before that and tried it again, and it did not happen again. It was a shit show. But so many like awesome memories. This is another game me and my buddies would just drink past the controller, especially San Andreas. We would make the guy fat, we'd make him skinny, we would take him to the highest mountain, ride a BMX bike off the mountain and stuff like that. But
I think I could enjoy a Grand Theft Auto game because Alex had me play Watch Dogs, and half the time all I wanted to do was drive the car around and jump it off shit or do stupid stuff while driving.
That is
the funnest part.
A million times better in GTA or
I
Crackdown.
Bet.
Or Crackdown.
Oh, Crackdown.
Crackdown too, yeah.
The original Crackdown, you could jump in and just destroy shit in that one.
Nice.
I know we were playing something, and there was he wanted me to try to ramp it into something on Watch Dogs 2, and I don't know what it was, but we tried for a good hour and couldn't get it to work the way we wanted it to. But we're like, if this works, it's going to be epic. And I swear I did most of that in Watch Dogs 2. We just played around with the car trying to, but that would be cool. I'd love to try either one of those. Would be awesome. And I don't always like, it's just not a game I'll gravitate towards, like a racing game.
Yeah.
It's just not something. It's just, I enjoy it when I play it, but it's not something I'm going to pick up right off the bat. I hear a little slurring, just a little. But that's all it takes.
Pretty bad when I start drinking.
That's all it takes.
When I'm not drinking.
So here in the States, our 4th of July was last Sunday.
Yes.
And I literally, by the time this event happened, I was more than half a bottle of Jack into the day.
Ooh.
And so I'm sitting there in my lawn chair. All of a sudden I hear this lady yelling, no, 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 no. And I look up, and the owner of the residence is spraying the shit out of this pit bull, attacking and jumping on the dog that this lady's walking.
And shit.
I jump up and I immediately start yelling at the dog. It had a body harness on. And I remember pulling it off. It's covered in pepper spray now. I pulled it off. I'm like, go home. And like, I'm shit face. I'm like, go home. And the dog's listening to everything I say. I get up to her door. I ring her doorbell. And I'm like, or she had a ring doorbell. So I'm like, your dog attacked another dog. He's like, he's a really nice dog. I'm like, yeah, he is a really nice dog. He's listening to everything I say. And I just look down at the dog, and he's licking the pepper spray off. I'm like, yeah, sucks, buddy, right? And I'm like petting him and stuff because I deal with OC at work all day long.
Yeah.
multiple times, and so it doesn't really bother me. And I'm like petting a dog and stuff like that. And then so the cops come, but like that was my 4th of July celebration, was dealing with a dog attack covered no seats. Then like my hands were on fire the rest of the night.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. I've never dealt with pepper spray, but I don't think I'd handle it well.
Like, so over the counter stuff is I want to say like 2%, 3%, and the stuff we have at work is like 5, 6, 7. So it's like not as bad. But it doesn't work on dogs too. So I'm like, I really wish you didn't spray him, because it doesn't really work on dogs. He was licking it off his face.
Flavor.
Yeah. Just added flavor to my coat. That's about it. Hey, Ginger Hippie Gaming 42. How's it going? Yeah, I am slurring a little bit. That's all it takes. 2 drinks. And I'm like, I'm not like feeling
I have
it.
a dumb mush mouth to begin with. I wish I
me too.
Put more outtakes into my videos, because like it takes me forever to get the nail on line. And now that I'm drinking, it's just way worse. Oh, did we lose him? I think we lost him. Am I still alive? That's what I want to know. I'm waiting to see if it catches up over here. See if they come back in. But there you go.
I'm back. Can you hear us?
Yep.
All right. That was weird.
That is
the camera weird. Turned off.
The camera turned off, which it never does because it's plugged in.
That's weird. Yeah.
There's a ghost.
Oh, geez. Yeah. I'm not going to go into it because I'm not supposed to talk about work too much on this.
Just wanted to see how many of you were paying attention.
I was warned not to talk about work on this.
Dun dun dun. Where'd you go? Yeah. I don't know.
We don't know.
That has never happened with the cam link and the camera, but
oh yeah, my Canon M200 gets hot as shit.
Does it?
Yeah. Because I'll forget to turn it off.
Oh, okay, that could be it. Where did we? Oh no. They had technical. We did. Our friggin' internet was being. I know.
It's been like that all night.
It has been. I used to work at a bakery, and a dude one time came in and traded me a pepper spray for some bread. I sprayed it on the floor to test it, and everyone in the bakery started coughing.
So the rest of the night, I'm walking around, and I washed it off my hands, and then like I would go in the house, and people would start coughing. They're like, "Go back outside." I'm like, "What?"
But it didn't bother you because it was a lesser percent than what you deal with normally.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. You build up tolerance to it. The camera's drunk. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Everything's drunk.
Everything's drunk. All right, let's move on to another game before my camera shuts off again.
Even though this is a PS3, this is a PS3 collection, but God of War. This was just epic. I remember loving the hell out of all of these games.
The side quests?
Do they have side quests?
Shut up!
That's what I call them.
You were playing the PSP one, and you were like,
I was playing
there's another side quest
of Olympus. I was like 5 minutes into the game, and I was like, oh, there's a side quest already.
I knew exactly what he meant. And he's like, go away, I'm trying to play a side quest. I'm like, well, could you play it? Not in the living room.
But like, it's weird to think like Kratos is like on the same level as Mario now. Like everybody just knows who he is, and he's a household name. You would never think that back then playing those games.
No.
And
I don't.
Direction they took him with the new game.
I know pro cam guys that eject the battery and use a plug-in battery. Yes, that's what I have. I have a dummy battery that's plugged into the wall. So I don't understand why the camera turned off.
Yeah, like I said, my Canon still gets pretty hot with a dummy battery.
Yeah, mine does too. Mine does too. And sometimes that battery, depending on where I plug it in, I swear I have to have that camera off or it feels like it sparks. I'm afraid at some point it's going to short out my camera. It concerns me.
All right. Let's jump on to more games because I got...
Yeah.
All right. So now we're dawning on Xbox. And the first online experience I had because I pre-ordered Xbox Live and I pre-ordered this game because it was one of the first games with Rainbow Six 3 was this game. I remember booting it up, jumping in a game, and talking to bots because not enough people populated it. So it would just dump you in a game of bots. I'm like, are you real? Or is this a real player right now? And I'm like destroying, and then like finally people started buying it and getting it, and then I got my ass kicked.
We're not prepared.
Yeah. No. And then so Xbox at Halo. I just remember we were at our first apartment. My wife, the girlfriend at the time, got me my first Xbox for Christmas, popped this in. Her mother and her husband came over and we were just playing it. He jumped in the back of a warthog, and I just remember him going, hey, he yells woo every time you do a jump on the back of the warthog from the gunner's seat. And it was just,
I hate driving that stupid warthog. Holy
I don't know. I almost prefer it now. Like if I'm in a game, like if I jump into a Battlefield or Call of Duty Warzone and it's not Halo controls, I'm like, oh yeah, it's not Halo controls. I gotta do it. But yeah, and then Halo 2, which is a Halo 2
playing that
too. I forgot that you couldn't download the maps, so they had map packs on discs.
Yeah.
And I played so much Halo 2, I was like ranked like within the 400s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back when that first came out. And I would jump in the matches, and I was still Dave is Deadly back then. Yeah. And so people would be shit talking, and then at the end of the match, I would just destroy. And then we're like, wow, Dave is deadly.
Yeah, Dave is deadly.
Did you ever have a LAN party? I know I've never
had. Oh my God. Yeah, that was like talking about friends over. So we had this 3-bedroom house. You walked into the kitchen, and then there was a living room, a little bathroom, and then the bedroom. We had 4 TVs set up. There's 2 in the kitchen, my big rear projection CRT TV, and then one in the bedroom with all 16 controllers. It was just insane. Like people were calling up their friends and be like, yo, you got to come over and check this out. And I'd just be like walking through like, who the hell are you? And then because people never like, unless you're in the PC world gaming, you really never saw anything like that.
No, for sure. I've
never had a LAN party.
No, but it sounds like it would be so much fun.
Yeah, it was insane.
I bet.
Especially that many people inside my little apartment.
Well, yeah. Tribes wants to know, or Tribe said, Kratos needs therapy, anger management, and has daddy issues. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And
he's a pretty good dad.
He is. He's taking his kid all over Hell's Creation and dump those ashes. So he must.
I'm not going to spoil anything for Scott, but he'll agree with me after he's done.
Okay.
I already know the ending.
Oh, do you?
You can't.
But do you know the progression of Atreus though?
No, like, so I don't know.
Where are you in the game, and what's Atreus know and doesn't know? Does he still think he's human?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, wait till he finds out he's part god. he's demigod. He turns into
it would make sense.
Yeah. And then Kratos is leading him and teaching him to be a better person.
Okay. Retro Tiburon wants to know, what was your favorite Halo map?
Oh, what is that one? Oh, Blood Gulch. Obviously, that's everybody's. And going back to that LAN party, I remember my buddy jumped in a Scorpion tank, and he's like, and we're all lined up, and he's like, oh no, I jumped into a Scorpion tank. And for some reason, he's like, all right, let's go. And he like wanted us all to do like an assault on the base at the same time. And I just ran everybody over and team killed everybody. And I'm like pissing my pants laughing.
He killed me so many times running me over today.
Stay in the vehicle.
Yep.
I just wanted
keep your arms and hands inside the vehicle.
Inside the vehicle at all times.
You can't drive the vehicle inside So when I get off, that means we have to get out of the vehicle because I've just made that decision for us. We're getting off. We're going inside. You're not taking.
I don't know what it's called, but in number 2, you're driving. It's like a great big tank.
You can't take the tank inside the ship.
I took it in there. I don't know how I got it up in over the barrier.
That's half the fun of Halo's getting vehicles where they don't belong.
Yes. They don't belong. Oh, yeah. But I was like, people okay, we're done with the vehicle part.
With that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you ever see somebody took the Banshees, the flying purple thing?
Yeah.
And they took a Banshee from like way beginning of the level. I forget which level this is. I think it's Halo 2. And they kept on stringing it along, bringing it along. And then they flew up into this like little like air duct looking thing. And there was a hidden skull up there.
Jeez.
So the only way to get up there was with a Banshee that you wouldn't think to drag along that far.
You know what you've just done? You're going to convince him he can take all vehicles everywhere, flying or land everywhere, and I'm going to have to deal with dying constantly because he's going to run me over.
Wow.
I want to know if Banshee slingshotting still works.
Banshee slingshot?
Banshee slingshot is if you have the energy, if you have the energy sword, you fly. Yeah. You can do this in multiplayer. You fly near somebody, and you hit the control to do the melee one kill.
Yeah.
Then you fly way away, get out of the ship, and then that melee kicks in, and you'll just go, and you'll fly across the map. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I wonder if that still works.
Somebody needs to try that. You need to let us know, guys. Try it now. Modan's asking, what was your favorite weapon in Halo and Unreal?
Halo was all the human guns. So like the pistol, especially original Halo, the pistol was just, if you were spot on with those headshots, the pistol was the way to go. You're just dropping people left and right.
Yeah.
Unreal, the rocket launcher, the like rapid fire rocket launcher.
You can't go wrong with a rocket launcher. I think almost in any game, rocket launchers are awesome. I'll tell you what my least favorite weapon is in Halo, and I think we even talked about this, maybe that fucking needler. But you pick it up because it has a lot of ammo.
Yeah, because I'm out of ammo.
So you pick it up, and then you have 2 needlers, one in each hand.
Halo 2,
and you're like,
you needler the shit out of them, and then you have the pistol, and you just pop them off real quick because their shields are down.
Yeah. But I hate them. But I picked them up because I got lots of ammo. So you have no choice.
So me and my son, like literally last week, we just watched Tomorrow War.
My video game with the professor.
So then I was in the mood for Halo, and so we played through some Halo, and he's looking for all the alien weapons. I'm like, just come on, dude, let's go. And he just wants nothing but alien weapons to test them all out.
Yeah. Modan saying LAN parties were a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get destroyed by any Valkyries yet?
No.
No? Oh, well, you have something to look forward
to. All right, so that is a side quest now that you're reminding me, but this defeating all the Valkyries is fun.
Oh, yeah.
I fell into an ugly but funny bout of drinking and having friends over, and we would play Halo 3, but sometimes we would betray the team in CTF. Oh, my God, the outrage over Mike had us on the floor laughing. That would be the best time about playing online. I think that would be, I could get into it.
You could be an asshole and
and just be like, whatever, you don't know me in real life.
It's fine. This day on Halo 2, my buddy came over because he lived out in the sticks and didn't have internet.
Yeah.
And that could support online play. And it was just me and him. We were playing split screen. And it was this map. It was one of the expansion maps. It was just like tan rock. It was circular, and then you can go down a little bit. So everybody just ran around the outside edge instead of jumping down into the middle. And we just see a dude on the other side, and then he launches a rocket, and then clear as day, team chat kicked in, and you hear somebody in Arnold voice just go, "Get down!" And it blows up. So to this day, if I do that, he knows I'm not referring to Arnold. I'm referring to Halo 2. And this kid online going, "Get down!"
Those inside jokes are the best because Scott, Dennis, and I every time, like we're constantly saying it, and then we'll laugh, and nobody else understands what the hell is going on. Is from our Tomb Raider video, was it?
Might have been.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Dennis said something about zombies.
Yeah. Anyway, the little phrase we say is "fuck this shit."
And how many people say "fuck this shit" all the time? But we laugh and laugh and laugh every time we say it. And anybody else that's like laughing along, like you don't get it.
It's one of our drunk rant videos that we're doing. I don't know if it was the God of War one or the Tomb Raider one.
Or the alcohol.
Yeah, our other one is that's Gears of War for you. Every time it fucks up and like you don't get the kill, that's Gears of War for you.
That's Gears of War for you. That's the fun part. LOL, taking the vehicles to places you're not supposed to take them. Unless your teammate dies.
You'll respawn.
Yeah.
I love shaking plasma grenades off in Halo. My first online PC game was No One Lives Forever.
I don't remember that one.
No, I don't know it either. The Needler is deadly. I fucking hate that Needler. I think it's just because they're so common. And I'm like, I just want something cool. I don't want this. I think that's what it is. Oh my God. And then the voiceover guy would say betrayal. And we'd laugh more. And then players would vote to boot you out or forgive you good memories. Jeez. All right. So we got through the Xbox era. What's the next era? Era?
Just in general, if you're going to define me as a gamer, it's the Dark Souls series. So I played this late in its life cycle, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. And so like the Bloodborne, Sekiro, I platinum Sekiro. That's like one of my bragging platinums.
I bet.
Sekiro. Yeah, and just
because that's a hard ass game.
Yeah. And like I remember my dad coming over and he's like, come on, let's go. Well, I forget what we were supposed to do. And I'm fighting the owl, if you know what Sekiro is. And I was like, I know what I need to do. I just got to make him do it. And like, I literally went through controllers on Sekiro, just plowing them into the ground. Just fuck this game. But I did it and I platinumed it.
Oh,
he likes it hard.
He likes it hard. I saw that too. Have you tried Demon Souls?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have it.
Oh, you guys watched?
Haven't played it yet.
Me on stream playing Demon Souls, the new one on PS5. That was so good.
I haven't tried it yet. I wanted to get it when it came out, but I'm kind of scared because I know they're hard. I know the Demon Souls. I know those games are hard, and like it makes me nervous.
Even with this one, I forget the kid that I followed and this is the first game I played.
Yeah,
from beginning to end, did a let's play through. Not a let's play, a 100% guide for on YouTube.
Okay.
And it teaches you how to play, and the game is still so hard that even though you know what to do, it's still hard.
Well, that's what I'm concerned about. Am I going to rage quit it? Because I hate quitting a game.
You will.
That is like a game in itself. Is to what Fighting Cowboy is the guy. He's the Soulsborne guy, Fighting Cowboy. So if you go into that and you just watch his episodes of every step by step of getting through Dark Souls or Demon Souls, it's still really fun. Still,
okay.
And you feel like you've gone through it together.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I might have to do that. Logo saying you should check out Star Wars Fallen Order. It's Uncharted mixed with Dark Souls with some Zelda. Okay.
That's like a gateway drug. There you go. It's a perfect one.
Marcus is saying controllers are expensive. LOL. I can't play those games. That would be my concern.
For sure. Yep.
I have never thrown a controller, but
who likes what hard? Question mark. Yeah. I haven't thrown a controller either, only because I know Scott would get mad at me if I did.
My shit.
He would lose his shit.
The craziest way I broke a controller was PS3, and I just took it and I twisted it, and it just went crack.
Well, I'm more apt to do that.
Oh, your camera cut out again. So, as they're booting up their camera tips, there we go.
We're back again. I don't know why the camera's turning off.
Now you know what to do, though.
Yeah. Just turn the camera back on.
Yeah.
They vanished. Yep.
Oh, and then
might be new time for new cam link. I don't know. Is it the camera or the cam link? I wonder.
Probably the camera.
Yeah.
The PS5 edition of Fallen Order just came out, so it's like
don't smash the camera.
It's 60 frames a second. Super nice.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I was saying about until my camera so rudely interrupted me. I won't throw a controller, but I have mock bitten a Nintendo controller. So I've taken it and I've like, I'm going to bite you. I'm going to bite you because I know twisting it will probably break it. So I threatened to bite it. And that's about as far as I've gotten. And that was with Devil's Island.
I forget.
Well, sometimes.
I forget why, but like I totally raged out on a phone that like opened up like this back in the day.
And did you snap it back?
I just actually snapped it. Yeah. I was like, my wife came home and I was like, oh, I dropped it and it broke. I gotta get a new phone.
Time to it's not. It doesn't have the limit on it though. That's the thing. Does the cam link feel hot? Yes. A little bit, not like terribly hot.
If you could touch it, that's the normal heat.
Of yeah. I'm fine. I'm wondering too if it's the cord. Could it be the cord? Because we do have a new cord for it too. I don't know.
No, I feel like since it's shutting off, it's the camera itself overheating, and
it might be
protecting itself.
Yeah, that could be it. Well, shit.
But yeah, now I'm just going into the modern era. Guitar Hero is
oh yeah,
goddamn party game. Portal, both Portals.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Zelda's. My love is Zelda's and God of War. But yeah, bring it up to
your favorite Zelda.
Ocarina of Time. Yeah, and then Breath of the Wild second.
I think Link to the Past. Still mine.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening. I didn't play the original. I played the Switch version, and I love that game.
Okay.
Oh, turn the preview screen off if you can. I do have that on right now, so yeah, I could turn that off. But Nikon and Canon are different. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna have to check into it. I totally went off on my own.
You're on a Nikon right now.
Yeah, Nikon D7500.
That's the thing. It's all the same settings, and we've never had this issue before.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's just being a tool. That's the best word I could come up with, guys. I was just. Have you guys licked a Switch cart yet? I finally tried myself. It's definitely bitter. Nintendo did that to make sure kids don't put them in their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I was swapping them out for my son, and I put one in my mouth and my lips. And then I put it back in the case, and I was like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" Yeah, they taste bad on purpose. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You guys got to do it on camera. Just lick a Nintendo cart, a Switch cart.
No.
He won't do it. I would probably do it. One more round, and I'll do it.
I'm the fat pig that when somebody's like, "Ew, try this," and I'm like, "Okay." All right, their camera's burning out, and I gotta pee. So when I come back, I think we're gonna wrap this up. Portal might be the most intensive use of space. Oh yeah, Portal is like.
I'm telling you.
Now you see me.
Now you don't win with this thing tonight.
Do you guys remember that Portal was a college project for
Magic tricks?
Oh no, I didn't know.
You've got 2 weeks to fix the camera before the next stream. Yes, we do.
Jeez, eh?
Yeah, so Retro Mikey's on the next one.
Portal was a college. These college kids put it together, and Valve used to tour colleges and give like awards and whatever. And they found the prototype for Portal and literally hired them, and that's how Portal came about. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Alex and I tried Portal one day, and he really enjoyed it, but he passed me off the controller after he had been playing for a few hours, and by then I was like, I had lost interest. I was on my phone. I think it's something you need to play for yourself, but then he passed it to me halfway through, and I was like, I don't know how the hell to do this.
Yeah.
So if I played it from the start, I think I could enjoy it.
Yeah, like if you're playing it, you don't know there's cake, and you don't want to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, this camera's driving me crazy right now.
What do we have any games left?
That's it. I just ran through
ticking time bomb here.
I know.
Time bomb, yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm just up to modern stuff, and I'm like you guys keep on saying, like, what is more gratifying to beat, a retro game or a modern game? For me, Demon Souls, the Soulsborne games are like the modern version of retro games.
Because they're epically hard.
Like a Castlevania, and there's just something so like I finally did it, like rewarding in that kind of gameplay that I haven't got since old games.
Okay,
shit,
cool.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to pick more modern games, but when I do play a retro game and I can beat it,
it's not that often.
It's not that often, but when I do, it is very rewarding.
Oh yeah,
because
you guys will probably answer this question better than I can. When in the lifespan of gaming do you feel that it went from score based to completion based?
Fuck. I'm not really sure.
Well,
because I know, like, definitely, I would say PS3, Xbox 360.
No,
it really
like
started.
Score base was your arcade and your Atari and stuff like that.
Yeah, when they're porting.
But then, like, once
games.
you get into like Nintendo, that's when it really was like complete.
Like, when that mindset, because even like the original.
But I'm saying completionist, like with trophies and stuff. I found that was more prevalent, probably like PS3, Xbox 360 era. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But so when the mentality of game design went from high score to actually beating the game, I feel when they stopped porting arcade games and started making original games, because like if you look back to Mario Brothers, once you beat it, you just played it again, and there was a score involved.
Yeah.
So I want to say like probably like Final Fantasies and stuff like that started breaking the mold of score based.
Yeah, when I think about it that way, because when you said completing, I thought completionist as in those trophies.
Yeah,
because I'm not. That's just not
like
the kind of gamer I am.
I just meant like rolling credits, not.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can't play a game without that finish. Like I said, when you mentioned the Atari game earlier, I almost need a finish to a game. I need a distinct ending. I think that's why I have a problem with open world games that you can basically play forever. I need an end to a game. I need to know I'm done.
Score versus
or else
story.
I'll continue to play. Yeah, score versus story. And that's exactly it. So it's hard with those older games to know I'm done. But yeah, it was probably Nintendo.
So the Souls game, I feel, is that evolved, where there is story, but it's very like you got to read it. Like especially Dark Souls games. Souls games, if you want story, you have to pick up an item, and every item feels special because if you go in there and go into info, it was like this is the Knights of Lorien. They use this shield to do this, and like there's a whole backstory to each item, and then you start piecing together the story in your own mind. And it's very like, so if you like get two Dark Souls like fanboys together, they could have like very deep discussions because everybody interprets it their own way. It's very cool the way that's why I love those games.
Our friend Mike is big into Dark Souls, Demon Souls. He loves it. And that would be right up his alley to like be in a discussion with someone and he would have a good time. Oh yeah. Modan saying now retro hard started ending in the PS3 360 era.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when it was everybody can finish the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Either on
what? They're scalable.
Yeah, easy, normal, hard, they're scalable. They're meant to be finished by different, different kind of categories or skill levels of gamers.
Exactly.
I want to say like Nintendo 64 because like you can complete Mario 64, you can complete GoldenEye, That's what I, like Super Nintendo. You probably be able to name games that you can complete by rolling credits.
True.
Like,
True.
You got any, Scott, like that you can name that way?
No, I didn't play a whole lot of Super Nintendo. It was Genesis, man.
Because you did more Genesis, yeah. See, I was into my Super Nintendo to a certain degree. I really liked the Donkey Kong. I played all the Donkey Kong, and that was really what I loved.
Yeah. But I would imagine your Final Fantasies in your Super Nintendo era.
Chrono Trigger.
Yep.
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
I remember Buddies.
Like all those.
Finishing that.
Yeah. All those RPGs.
Yeah, for sure. Do we have any more games?
No, that's about it for me.
That's it?
That's
wow.
It. Yeah.
How did we make it out of here in under 3 hours? Like that never happened.
Camera's telling you.
Because like I said, I'm a basic bitch.
Stupid
I
camera.
play major titles.
We do too, for the most part.
Yeah.
I do like indie games, but
I like the obscure kind of horror stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I like and that's probably why I try to get everything like right out the gate. Like I love being the first into a multiplayer game because it's usually broken. Nobody knows how to play it. I like being first into a new console. I just like the brand new cutting edge shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the new cutting edge shit too. I do really, really appreciate those indie games though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Because they have to bring something more. Because they're not so mainstream. They have.
Camera saying, let's go. Thanks, Billy. Yeah, thank you so much.
Like straight up.
You were right. This camera wants to finish.
Camera's like, go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh man, guys, I apologize in advance. This has never happened on a live stream before where our camera has cut out. Damn bunch of numbers.
My eyes are floating too. So
yeah, that's all right. Well, thanks. We'll end it now. Thanks for everybody watching. Thank you, Davis, for joining us here.
Really quick, upscaler or a CRT? CRT.
Yeah.
Yes.
CRT.
Yes, it has to be CRT. They're meant to be played that way.
Dan said the camera is tainted.
The camera is tainted. We're gonna have to figure out what the problem is. It's been a whole technical issue tonight with the internet going down.
Right at the first.
That is my karma, just so you guys know.
Is that what that is? All right.
Damn it!
If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong when I'm around.
It will go wrong.
You remember in Jurassic Park where he touches the camera and it glitches, and that's me.
That's your thing? Oh man. All right. Well, thank you again so much for coming on. Was happy we had this plan since April, so I was happy we were able to make it work.
You guys are booked. This is a great show.
It's a great show if the camera continues to work. Otherwise, it's just me on a cell phone.
I had to get one of those GoPros. Jeez.
Really though.
But yeah, this is a great show you guys started. It really helps a lot of gamers out, YouTubers out.
That's why we want to do it.
Thank you enough.
It's just like hanging out with friends, kind of.
That's exactly
the whole feel
it.
of it, talking about stuff you enjoy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to say goodbye before our camera cuts out again there.
It will.
Thanks a lot,
Good night, everybody. Go check out my channel, Davis Deadly.
Yes,
Davis Deadly.
Definitely check it out. Davis Deadly on YouTube. You also are on Twitch, you said?
On Twitch, but I'm going to be
mostly on YouTube.
Launching DD streams soon on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Cool.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.